Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. Hope you're all having a wonderful week. Azure Nova, welcome on. And 60, my lovely wife, welcome on. And thank you for the head pat and the early cookie. I'll enjoy it right meow. Nom, 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 thank you. And speaking of meow, we got Milo Catharon here. What's up, Milo? Hope you're doing well. I've been doing good. Been doing good. Hope you've been doing well as well, friend. I'm doing great. I'm here with my awesome friend Tom Bomb, who saved up and spent 100,000 channel points to have me check out this game, which, to be honest, I was probably going to check out anyway. So get scammed, Tom Bomb. No, I'm joking. What's up, Tom Bomb? How you doing, bro?
The scamming. No. I'm doing great, Virtue. Glad to be here. I hope it's going to be fun. It's a very, very interesting game. Very linear, but it's going to give you some feels as we go.
I'm good with linear. I'm a JRPG fan. As Johnny the Five knows, welcome on in, Johnny. You know, I like me some linear RPG experiences, and this too has some vibes already, like role playing in the ruins of interplanetary capitalism. That's the PS5 description. So that sold me beyond also being told it was basically Sci-fi Disco Elysium, which Disco Elysium is 6016's favorite game of all time, basically. And honestly, it's one of mine, too. It's a great game. It's like a little big brain for me, but 60 walked me through it, and I enjoyed the hell out of it that way. And I've enjoyed watching people play it. Yo, Murph, what's up? How's it going, Murph? Happy Friday. Welcome on in. 60, looking forward to this one. Yeah, I could see you playing through this too on your channel. And there is a sequel that just came out. Citizen Sleeper 2 just dropped. I want to say like a month or two ago. It's pretty new.
Yeah, just a few weeks ago. You got it right in the head. It's like you're a very well-informed mouse man.
I try. I usually do more research too before I go live with the game, but I had a lot of faith in you and in this one, and so I actually did very little beyond Sci-Fi Disco Elysium, and also that there's going to be a lot of text to read, which I'm more than fine with. And I agree, Johnny. Open world's kind of overrated. I think they've done better with recent open world games, but I'm still kind of biased against them because when I hear open world game, my mind thinks of just these boring open landscapes. And nowadays, I think they're better about having the landscapes actually be filled with stuff to do. But I'm still always going to prefer my JRPG safe space. And thank you for the bot, Murphcog. Appreciate you. Happy to have you here, friend. And Nando, how's it going? It's almost Toonami weekend. Happy Friday, Nando. Get you a shouty too. Hope you and Nemo are doing well. Oh, and thank you for the squeeze, Johnny, and thank you for the head pat, Azure Nova. Everything's working now. If you were here last night, you'd see, you'd catch my lovely wife troubleshooting in real time as I was playing Ratchet and Clank and getting everything fixed. So very grateful. Once again, thank you, 60. You make this all possible, but you continue to make it possible and fun and enjoyable. So thank you, my love. Yes, Toonami airs tomorrow. Hell yeah. Citizen Sleeper, more like Resident Sleeper. I would be cool with a Resident Evil vibes game too, but I do think this is going to be more like point and click adventure-y. Maybe I'm mistaken with that. Maybe there will be. It is.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's absolutely going to be a little more point click, a little bit of skill rolling, but it's all based on a D6.
Oh, on a D6 at that too. See, I like this even more. You're keeping it simple for my tiny mouse brain. But really, I don't know. I've always appreciated like Paper Mario for that reason. Like, you don't need to have big numbers to have an engaging role playing experience. You can get by with single digit numbers. And hell yeah, Toonami. Yeah, Nando does Toonami every weekend and gives us the brief, the report, which I always appreciate because usually I have stuff going on. I'm usually with my wonderful wife streaming on Saturday night, so I miss Toonami. I'm holding the fort here on Twitch with my lovely wife instead of watching Toonami, but I do enjoy it vicariously through Nando there. And all right, see, the updates are a little out of date in this game because Citizen Sleeper 2 is out. I'm just gonna go right in a new game. Give us 3 save slots. Oh, we get to pick a class. That's cool. I guess that's similar to Disco Elysium. You also pick a class. So operator works with drones and high precision remote machines to perform complex tasks from a distance. Sleepers assigned to operator work are usually cerebral and precise people. Definitely not me. Extractor. Extractors work on resource extraction, often in hard vacuum environments. Sleepers assigned to extractor work are often confident, self sufficient, and have a high level of endurance. Hmm. Okay, a little bit more appealing, but we still have another option here, the machinist. A machinist repairs and modifies automated systems used in industrial resource extraction. Sleepers assigned to machinist work are usually diligent, careful, and structured people. Hmm. Well, do you have any input on this, Tom? Cause you've finished this game, right?
Yeah, yeah. So there's really no concern of which class you take for your first run. The real question is really just want to play with the vibe, right? Which character appeals most to you because over time you're going to improve your skills anyway.
Okay. I think then maybe we go with machinist. We'll kind of lean into my IT real life skills. Oh, we got a good lineup for Toonami. And Teen Titans Go is on Toonami. I freaking love Teen Titans. The first thing you become aware of on awaking is the disconnect, the delay between thinking and feeling, between wanting to act and acting. Minor, almost imperceptible, but always present. Yo, Tails Doll, it's great to see you. It was great seeing you yesterday too on Dooney's channel. So Dooney's a fellow Size-tuber, Fairy Dooney, and a game that she actually is in just came out called It's on the Mouse. And yeah, I bumped into Tails Doll as Dooney was streaming that, so that was cool. I hope you're doing well. Hope you and the wolf are well. All right, I'm gonna voice act this as best as I can. It's at its worst when waking, when yourself has spent many dark hours recalling what it felt like to be real, to be a person, to be in a body that was indisputably yours. Ooh, let's think of that body. Think of that booty. A leap into the cold lake on a hot day, the sting of blood welling up from a fresh wound, the friction of a fingertip. All of a sudden, the memories are closer than you thought, blurring as you approach until you can't tell one from the other. The cold slips in, behind and around you, and the sensations fade out of reach. Perhaps you should be thankful for the dull nature of this new body, given your current circumstances. The walls of the container feel immediately present, cold, hard, at your back and face, cramping your limbs. You resist the desire to stretch, knowing that the claustrophobia comes next, and retreat a little from your central nervous system. It isn't painful, not like you used to know pain, at least. In emergency mode, pain is a message delivered with efficiency and ease, a reminder that harm is imminent. There is no insistent throb, no trembling nerves, just a warning delivered with the banal quality of a digital notification. Right now, there are thousands of them. Let's remember the plan. Stick to the plan, chums. Stick to the plan. You mostly remember that it wasn't a good plan, but then your options were limited, and once you got the itch to get out, by any means possible, it was either that plan or something much worse. It was at least simple. Collapse the shaft, drift away in the chaos, slip into cargo processing, seal yourselves into containers, then just hope the freighter left before you were missed. Some were lost in the shaft, others never found the meeting point. Only a few made it to the containers, but the freighter, as far as you know, left. That feels like enough. Enough to know that you might no longer be on that grim and heartless rock, even if, in the airless hold of a freighter, you might freeze solid long before you reached any destination. We should try to rest. But you are restless. It has been a long time since you left. Surely weeks, maybe months. You are duly aware of the damage to your legs, your right arm. You have been reserving energy as much as possible, but your body still needed to shut down many of its systems to protect you. You've spent much of that time asleep, knowing that anything else would be impossible to endure. You feel the weight of that impossibility begin to gather. It is time to sleep again, to nudge this false body into inducing delta waves in your emulated mind, and once again recoil into a dream of when you were once a person. Time passes. The cold creeps further in. You feel something. Warmth. Not true warmth, but the indication of its presence. Your joints release from their rigor. Sound, too, everywhere, screeching and shimmering so loud that your body ducks your hearing to protect its sensors. And then light. White as the cold, softer and softer, until in a haze of dirty yellow a figure appears. You are out. The game already tricked me? Oh my. And the wolf said eat, but heavy time strain. You know what? You gotta be there for your wolf, no matter how the wolf is doing. If you ask me, that's just my policy as a mouse that is married to a wolf that can devour on command. All right, so we have some control now.
Yeah. Welcome to the space station.
All right. We have cryptocurrency stored in air-walled sticks of memory known as chits.
Mm-hmm.
Dragos, the pragmatic salvager. It has been a few hours since Dragos pulled you from the container. You sit huddled in the corner of his scrapyard, swaddled in the reflective folds of a mylar blanket. You are slowly coming back to consciousness, back to life, and you stare at the ornately curving element of an improvised heater. Space, the final frontier. Lost in space. You know, I never watched the original, but I did go see the reboot that was like in the 90s or early 2000s. All right. You are surrounded by angular, incoherent lumps of ships, some corroded beyond recognition, others still carrying glassy wounds along their edges where a plasma arc sliced them apart. As you trace their shapes with fogged eyes, you hear a voice. So, sleeper, you all thawed yet? Almost. Never seen one of you come in like this. New frames must have better perseverance in the sub-zero vac. Seen more than a few of you frozen solid to hull plates or inside outer locks in my time. They weren't so lucky. Dragos comes into focus, shrouded in makeshift tech, his headset with its glinting eyes the mark of a drone operator. On his shoulder, one of his symbiotically linked drones perches, its irising eye locking you with an unflinching stare. Ground control to Major Tom. You don't make it back, tell your wife hello. Hello!
Right?
The last living sleeper that came through this yard was a while ago. They didn't last long. You struggle to read his expression beneath the tech, but he seems lost in memory for a moment. Perhaps he's just figuring out what to do with you. I plan to survive. Surviving's good. You aren't sure if he hears you. I won't ask what led you to it, to sell yourself to a corporation, and I suppose you know you can't go back. Your old body, that's theirs now, and you are just software, a rogue emulation illegally possessing corporate property. You nod along, remembering that biometrically signing the forms, the cold floor on your feet as you pad it to the sleeper cells, the promise of a life off-world. But as you do, you get the now familiar sensation that these aren't your memories. These are things you know, but not things you feel. You are no longer that person. You are an offshoot, a copy. What you won't know is what's ahead. At least the last one didn't. There's no easy way to put it. That body of yours is falling apart. It's the same for any sleeper who makes it out. SNRP wants to protect their property, but if they can't keep a hold of you, well, then no one can. You remember that too, or at least rumors of it from the other sleepers. Planned obsolescence, a built-in dependence on the regularly administered supplements that were part of your routine. Stop taking them and your body begins to shut down, separate from your emulated mind. How long has it been? How long do you have? Altered Carbon vibes. Yeah, actually, 60 and I started that. I don't know why we didn't finish it. I liked what I saw, but the intro was great. But for now, sleeper, you are one of the lucky ones. Dragos glances up and away towards the glassy dome of the yard. The eye is the best place you could be right now. The eye? The station. You'll see soon enough. Dragos impatiently shifts his weight. Look, I've got things to be getting on with. He trails off. There's an old freight container I've been using as storage out in the stacks. We haven't been pulling in much valuable scrap these days, so you are welcome to it. Something wells up inside of you. Emotion. Fatigue. You shakily get to your feet. Alright, so you head on up there. You look like you need some rest. And with that, Drago stalks back into the Rex, his drones already converging on a rusting hulk. Plasma flashes silhouetting his spindly figure as he returns to work. Ooh. So, tutorial. Welcome to Erlin's Eye. Life on the Eye runs in cycles, during which you can talk to characters, explore areas of the station, and perform actions. At the end of each cycle, you need to head to your current home and rest. Resting will move time forward on the station. Head to the empty container location to rest and end the cycle now. Okay. Well, where is that at? Is it just here, where we're already at? The empty container? My home for now?
Yeah, you're already there. So as things unlock and open up to give you options, you're going to see more of these little indicators kind of around the station.
Okay. Cool. Let's go ahead and rest then. End the cycle. You wait curled up in the corner of the container and begin slowly assembling the world around you. After all this time, you still find this body, the one you wake in now, strange and disjointed. Its messages readable, but somehow wrong. You sit up, pulling the mylar blanket close against the cold. Here you are on this ruined station, millions of miles from anyone you know. Are you still in the system? Did any of the others make it out? It's impossible to know. After all this, what matters? I'm gonna say getting answers, seeking the truth matters. It all matters. The past is impossible to escape if it remains a blur. What SNARP did to you cannot be forgotten. You need a way of understanding all this before you can move on. Where are you? What is this place? What happened to the others? The questions outnumber the answers. You want to change that, but you'll have to learn to survive first. Dragos has left a few comforts in the container. The mylar blanket, the bedroll you slept on, a canister of water, a makeshift electric stove, and some faded sachets of some desiccated powder. You thumb the powder stud of the stove and begin to boil the water. The contents of the sachets smell like damp wood, and you sprinkle them into the liquid. Oh my gosh, we're getting raided by Keen Reflex. Welcome on in. Oh my gosh. And thank you for the hydrant as well, Jusu Baksu. Oh my goodness. Welcome on in. Welcome. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for bringing the party over here. Oh my goodness. Everybody, if you're not already following Keen Reflex, you gotta fix that. Keen Reflex is awesome. Keen Reflex plays a lot of similar games to what we play, actually. A lot of JRPGs, a lot of story-based games, and also very educational. Keen Reflexes teaches Japanese. That's right. So I took 3 years of Japanese. My knowledge has since left this tiny mouse brain, but I've had a great time kind of relearning and learning new stuff, hanging out with Keen Reflex. There we go. There's some Japanese there. See, I can recognize the hiragana, at least. I still remember some of the hiragana alphabet. You just 100%ed Chained Echoes? Hell yeah! Chained Echoes is a great game. I've also 100%ed that one. I got the Platinum Trophy on that. It was a phenomenal game. It's, I would say, kind of similar to Chrono Trigger. It's got like that cool like 16-bit era vibe. And oh my gosh, Cremelda, thank you for the claw machine, and welcome on in, Cremelda. Cremelda has a debut later today, by the way. Really looking forward to that. Hell yeah, that's gonna be super exciting. Oh my gosh, so many party animals here. Welcome. For anybody new, my name is Reggie Bro. I'm just a tiny little 2-inch tall mouse. I'm usually streaming with my big, bad, beautiful wolf wife, but today I'm here with my awesome friend TomBomb89, who has been amazing support and we often collab with. He's here with me as we play through Citizen Sleeper, which has been sold to me as a Sci-fi Disco Elysium, if you're familiar with that game. It is a very, like, I guess, non-combat focused RPG. Like, there's still so much RPG, but there's not really an emphasis on like fighting with like swords or laser guns or whatever, right? It's more like fighting with your brain. I'm glad you think so, Cremelda. Oh my gosh, welcome on in. And I should say, if you do need to do any post-stream care, please feel free. And yeah, that hidden boss is ridiculous. Keen Reflex. And I believe there's some DLC now too for Chained Echoes, so I could be wrong. I remember seeing something about that, so there may be even something even more ridiculous after the completion run. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much again, Keen Reflex, for bringing the party over here. And I want to make sure we don't miss any other shouties, but before I do that, if you do need to do post-stream care, please take care of yourself. Feel free to get up, stretch, do your thing. I'm going to be live for a while longer. We just got started just about 20 minutes ago, and this is a long game. I don't think we're going to get even close to finishing it in this stream, but we're definitely going to get a good chunk into it, really get a good bite out of this game. And welcome on in, Panda Brat, another amazing streamer. So I see one of the shouties that broke already is from our awesome artist friend, Jusu Boksu. You should go follow. Incredible. They were just playing Risk of Rain 2, which is one of my faves. I love that game. We almost played a game kind of similar to Risk of Rain 2 instead. We almost played Backpack Hero, which is like also a roguelike kind of game, but more turn-based. Risk of Rain 2 is just friggin' chaos. It's always a good time. And let me make sure we didn't miss anybody else. As I mentioned earlier, if you're not already following Cremelda, Cremelda's going to have a debut later today. So this is a great time to go give them a follow, check them out. It's going to be, I believe, here in about 3.5 hours. So a little bit after we'll probably wrap up. But I'll be hanging out over there at least for a bit before our other shenanigans tonight. And Yuhei Zero, thank you so much for the follow. I hope I pronounced your name close to correct. I pronounce pretty much everything wrong, whether it's English or Japanese or any language, but I do appreciate that. Thank you so much for the follow. Greatly appreciate your support. Yeah.
So many cool people.
I am like overwhelmed, honestly. Yeah, it has been a wild start to this wild game. I'm loving the vibes of this game too. I'm gonna keep the dialogue going. It's not really voice acting. I don't think there's any voice acting at all, but if I get really desperate, Tom Bomb's here to jump in and help. And Tom Bomb's played through this and has been awesome guidance and is the reason we're playing this right now. He saved up 100k channel points to have me play this game, and if you want me to check out and play a game on stream, you can do the same. You can save up those channel points. It's a lot. It takes a long time. Tom Bomb's an awesome friend who has been very, very supportive. So he probably has way more he's sitting on too, but he's pacing himself with this. And I did say your name right? Heck yeah, I'll take that. A rare mouse W. You're nervous?
Yeah,
It'll be okay, Cremelda. You got this. It's gonna be a great time.
Yeah, so Vert, you're gonna have more voice lines kind of coming soon. They're doing a lot of text work right now to really set up the aura of the eye and the station, right? So give it a little bit of time, and some more characters are gonna get fleshed out, and you're gonna see a lot more development.
Oh hell yeah! Well, I already like the characters we ran into as well. Like, so the PS5 description for this game is, oh, it went away. It was interplanetary, or role-playing in the ruins of interplanetary capitalism. I'm like, hell yeah, sounds good. Are we not already kind of living that, minus the interplanetary part? Maybe that's coming soon. Yeah, this game has an awesome aura to it. There's a really cool vibe. I'll try to keep that vibe going with my very squeaky voice acting. You thumb the power stud of the stove and begin to boil the water. The contents of the sachets smell like damp wood, and you sprinkle them into the liquid. As the pungent smell washes over you, images from your restless sleep come back to you. A ring, like the station, but skeletal and ghostly. A web of threads pulling at your skin. A constellation of bright polygonal shapes, like angular suns burning into your mind. There's something unpleasantly visceral about these images, and it is long after you finish drinking before they begin to fade. You tidy away the stove as best you can and try to gather enough energy to greet the day. Okay, more tutorial. Condition, action dice, and energy. So Tom Bomb, you mentioned this earlier. We are relying on 6-sided dice in this game, unlike your standard D20. So
Right.
I like that. That's already like a plus for the game. It follows the keep it simple rule. So condition represents the current state of our artificial body. That's right, we're a robot. It depletes by 1 segment each cycle, but can also be damaged by violence, injury, or lack of food. Wait, we're a robot and we need to eat? This game really is dystopian. If there's anything I thought we would get out of being a robot, it would be not having to eat or drink. But okay, if your condition bar empties, you will suffer a breakdown. You'll have to figure out how to recover your condition now that you no longer have access to corporate pharmaceuticals that were keeping you alive. At the start of each cycle, you roll your action dice. These dice can be used to perform actions at the station. The number of dice rolled is based on your current condition. The worse your condition, the fewer dice you have. Once you have used your dice, you cannot take any further actions and you must rest to recover them, ending the current cycle. You also need to eat to survive. This is represented by your energy bar. You can fill your energy bar by eating, but first you'll have to find somewhere to get food. Your energy depletes by 2 segments each cycle. If it becomes empty, you will be starving. When starving, energy loss becomes condition loss, and your condition will also deplete at a double rate per cycle. So we got to take care of ourselves. 100% real beef meat. That's right, 60 meat.
So Vert, I'm gonna give you an extra pro tip right now, just to help your experience here. Sometimes you don't necessarily need to roll a 6 on a d6. Sometimes with your action dice, it's actually better to have a wide range of results.
Okay, so it's not as simple as bigger number better. It's more like you want to get those precise numbers to work with, give you different tools. Okay.
That's right, yeah. So think of them almost like keys to trigger actions.
Okay, and we rolled a 5, 3, 1, and 4. And here's Dragos again, standing in the corridor when you close up the container. He is still wearing his headset, and in the harsh light of the corridor, you realize it is implanted. A drone sits on his shoulder, its cache of sensor eyes rapidly irising. How are you feeling? Okay. The drone chirps. Good to hear. You notice that beneath the operator's rig, his skin is marked by burns and blotches. I know the container isn't much, but it'll keep you safe. He pauses. So, I'm not going to chit-chat for too long. Are you well enough to work? Work? Look, I'll be honest with you, Sleeper. I didn't pull you out of that container out of the goodness of my heart. He looks away. At the yard, it's simple stuff. We hack these old holes down, sell them off to the shipyards or the bright market dealers for cryo. Occasionally we pull out some tech, something with a bit more value, but most of what comes in is scrap. It's hard to find good hands here, but I figure as a sleeper you'll be used to the manual labor. And obviously I'll slip you a few chits of commission based on what you turn up. Chits? That's like currency, isn't it? Well, that's nice for us folks with poor RNG, right? I have really terrible RNG. My relationship with RNGs is struggling, but I don't know how to help it. I went to church once and I said, please, 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 gods, help me with my my pulls for this Fox Boy and Honkai Star Rail, and they were like, Fox Boy? That's blasphemous. And I was like, okay, maybe religion isn't for a mouse. Chits.
It's because you can only have one type of canine-esque entity in your life, Vert.
That's true. That's all I need is my lovely wife. RNGesus H. Christ. Yeah, Tom knows. Tom knows. All right, what are chits? These. He pulls out a handful of small metal bars. Airwalled cryo, isolated from the market. It's what we use for trade out here. He stuffs them back in a pocket. He shuffles his feet nervously. Look, I wouldn't usually do this. In my opinion, you'd be best suited moving on as quick as you can. And sleepers, well, trails off. But things being the way that they are for me at the yard, he pauses, I need the help. Sure, we're happy to. Okay, he pauses, thinking of something else to add. Look, just come down to the yard when you are feeling fresher. There's plenty to do. He nods distractedly and turns and walks away, the drone hopping along ahead of him. See you later, he calls back. Looks like it's time to get to work. Defender of the realm, good guy Tom. Hashtag good guy Tom.
I do what I can. I shank when needed.
For a good cause. Yes, the wife appreciation. That's a regular feature of this channel. And honestly, none of this would be possible without my lovely wife, 6016. Which, let me give her a shouty. We're going to be live later on her channel playing Phasmophobia with some friends. And hey, Geisterwolf, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Happy Friday. Fellow V appreciator, hope you're doing well. So, we only have... Actually, we have a couple options where we could go. We go to Dragos' yard.
Mm-hmm.
Or we can go to the low-end gate. But I think
Yeah, so I would explore the eye before triggering what's clearly the next part of the story.
so. We should probably go to the low end gate, huh? Right? Because they wanted us to go to work at Drago's yard.
Hmm.
Cool. Well, let's check out low end gate. Pay low end toll. After some spacers caused some trouble in the low end, Yatagan have imposed a toll for entry. No one gets in without paying. We don't even have the money, so unfortunately we can't do anything yet, but we'll mark this down for later. I
Yeah. Now you have an idea of what to do to advance the progression, right? So that's why we wanted you to go look at it first, so you're not blind.
Makes sense, makes sense. We have an objective. And for now, let's get to work at Dragos's yard. Have you seen the abomination you left me in general? I haven't checked my Discord in like an hour. I should say 69's Discord, I'm sorry. Definitely not just the mouses. Which, if you're not in the Discord, feel free to join. We post a lot of silly memes and also updates for both our channels there. So we got actions now. Tutorial City. Actions are the primary way in which you interact with the world of Citizen Sleeper. To perform an action, select it with the D-pad and then the cross button, and then choose action dice to assign. Actions reward you with clock progress, energy condition, or items depending on their outcome. There are 3 types of outcome. Positive. The action goes better than expected. Neutral. The action succeeds. Or negative. The action outright fails. Action dice to affect these outcomes as follows. So a 6 is like, you know, a nat 20, huh? So it's a 100% chance of positive. Whereas a 5 is a 50-50. And a 4 or a 3 is 25 positive, 50 neutral, 25 negative. 1 and 2 is 50 neutral, 50 negative. Okay. So
Yeah, so even with a low die, you have a half decent chance of at least passing the action.
okay. Okay. So the die rolls, like the higher numbers, do matter on the action rolls, not so
Yeah,
much
and
on
there's
the.
some yeah, and some require specific dice. That's you'll see.
Okay. All right. So first type, either critical or repeatable. Critical actions can only be performed once. So that's kind of like Disco Elysium's. They have like those like highlighted actions or whatever that are much the same. Uh,
Exactly.
So risk is either safe, risky, or danger. Safe is no loss of condition, energy, or cryo. Risky's negative outcome means cryo or energy loss, and danger means negative outcome means condition loss. Neutral outcome can mean cryo or energy loss. Okay, so danger means either way, we're giving up something basically.
Right.
It makes sense. It makes sense. There's a cost for facing danger, often worth the cost, but still. The skill that this action requires, either engineer, interface, endure, intuit, or engage, and modifier, either -1, 0, +1, or +2. This is added to the action dice when slotted and improves its value. Some actions require a +1 to perform. So there's our RPG. Alright, so hull dissection is risky, whereas manual salvage is pretty safe. So we probably want to start with that. And thank you for the alert, Conquer. Much appreciated. If y'all aren't already following Conquer, Conquer's one of our other fellow partners in crime that we often collab with. But while I'm thinking about it and while the timer will let me, y'all should go follow my partner in crime that's with me right now, TomBomb89. We were playing some board games a few weeks back, and we will absolutely be engaging in more shenanigans, including tomorrow with our friend Toby, right, TomBomb?
Yeah, tomorrow will be Town of Salem 2 with Toby on his channel as he celebrates his 8th year as a streamer on Twitch.
Gosh, 8 years. That is so wild, so wild. Let me give a shout out to Toby here. Toby rated us last night and has been a longtime friend of the channel. Plays a lot of similar games and between you and Toby, Tom Bomb, you both got me into randos, and we're gonna get 60 infected with randos as well. Yes, Kribelda shenanigans. We have shenanigans planned for tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, and we're excited for your shenanigans tonight. I'm gonna make sure to give you a good shouty too once the timer allows me to. They make you wait 2 minutes between good shouties because I don't know why. I guess Twitch just wants to have a monopoly on that. on the shout out hype.
Yeah. So on the screen you see here, Vert, you got a couple of options. There's two jobs you can actually trigger, whether it's hull dissection or manual salvage. But what you'll notice is that there's two on the bottom in the center there. They're on that cycle clock. A debt called in or back in business. So
Ooh.
depending on how much crits or chits, I believe it is chits, you earn doing some of these actions, you're either going to help Dragos or hurt Dragos.
Ooh, okay. Okay. So because we're engineer, this is +1, right? Because of our stats as a machinist. Endure
Correct.
is safe, but there's no bonus. Do we go for the risky one because we get the +1? Hmm.
Yeah, so think about all of your dice. Obviously your 4 will become a 5, and you'll see 5 is obviously that nice solid green or yellow color. So you have at least 2 guaranteed passes on hull dissection.
Okay, so I should do this probably. Let's go ahead
I would probably encourage it. Yeah.
and we can select the dice here. That's cool. So we don't roll in real time. So if we do like a 3, I mean, if we do a 5, that just guarantees it, right?
Right.
4 also pretty much close to guarantees it.
Yeah, so I'm
50%
pretty
positive.
confident. Yeah, so yeah, see, yeah, you have a chance to put it in, and then it'll tell you what your outcomes are based on the die.
And then we just start the action. Okay. Well, 60, we want to see you play a lot of games, but you have played a lot of games now, and maybe you could do a rando version of some of those games. So, tutorial. Clocks. Actions often progress clocks. Clocks are displayed below the actions that fill them, and they track your actions and how they affect the world. Filling a clock means something good or bad is about to happen. Some clocks, such as the one tracking Dragos' depth, are cycle clocks. These clocks tick themselves once each cycle and can complete without the player input. Any active cycle locks will be displayed on the icon for that location. Okay, so we could do it again. We could do it with the 5.
Absolutely.
That guarantees it too. Guarantees a positive outcome. Yeah, that's true, 60. I mean, but there are some games you have played that do have rando versions of them. I'm pretty sure Katamari has something. In Citizen Sleeper, you will unlock drives as you discover more about yourself and the world. Drives guide you in pursuing specific objectives depending on which path you wish to take. You can track drives, and any track drive will place a yellow marker on locations that will help you pursue your goal. Access your drive menu with the L1 button. Drives and Navigations Part 2. You are now free to explore Erlen's Eye and make a life for yourself here. We're almost out of Tutorial City, y'all.
Almost.
Try tracking a drive to help you survive. Look for food to keep your energy up and a way to recover condition. Fill clocks to progress stories and find new opportunities. Remember to end cycle at your home when you are out of dice. So we want to spend all of our dice every turn. We still have 2 dice left to spend. Let's go ahead and do this 100% positive hull dissection, though. Perfect. Positive outcome. From here, we have a little bit lower dice, so you might want to take the safer routes with these, right? So we'll use maybe the 1 here. There's a 50% chance of a negative outcome, but at least it's safe. We got the neutral outcome. And I think we do the same with the 3 dice, which we should be almost guaranteed. It's 25% chance of negative. But almost guaranteed a good outcome. We got a neutral outcome. Back in business, plus 10 cryo. And that used all of our dice.
I think that's a pretty successful run there. But ooh, more things to explore.
Yeah, we got the market. We can't do anything here right now because we don't have any dice left, but we have options for later. We also have Dock B2. Salvage sortie. It takes several cycles to reach the starward belt and return loaded with scrap from the old wrecks. This pushes the cycle clock, but I don't think, again, we have any actions for it, so...
Yeah, so there's 2 of them. So there's Dock C4 and D2. And what'll happen is, as you sleep, there'll be special limited time events that'll appear there if you're paying attention and see things docked at those locations.
Okay. Does most of the game basically take place on the ship and you're kind of making decisions from here?
110%. Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's cool though. I like it. I like it. We have a lot of options on this big ass ship already, and I'm excited to see where it goes. Um, well, since we're out of dice, I guess we just rest, right? Or is there something else we should be doing?
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of exploring the eye, which is good because it gives you an idea of different things you can do. You might not necessarily want to like just all complete Drago's little objective right away. You might want to explore other areas. Like right now, they've given you a drive to find a doctor, which is in the market. To find the doctor, you have to do tasks in the market to kind of trigger the idea that you're becoming more familiar with the area, and eventually you get insight into where the doctor is.
I see. So this ship is like a full-on city. This is not like just a spaceship for transport. They've got a market here. I
Yeah,
mean,
there's thousands of people here.
ha! Wow, that's so cool. Well, okay. I guess we will rest for now. We have a lot of options for when we are no longer citizen sleeping in our container.
I see what you did there.
Alright, this time you don't wake up. Instead, the ghost of the station, that shifting, skeletal ring, surrounds you. For a moment, you are gone, absent from your own body, stretched out across a colorless void. Then the connections begin to establish themselves, threads tugging on the edge of your mind. These threads become vectors of exchange and then extensions, as you feel your thoughts slipping away down them, dissolving into the millions of distributed nodes they connect to. You see the station. No! You feel the station, like a web of texture in a smooth black liquid. Let's touch it. You find a point in the station and you connect to it, pulse through it, follow loose and pass under and around it. You touch more points than you have fingers, and then you try, in a moment of impulsiveness, to connect to them. The flow passes through you so rapidly that you feel yourself being carried with it, splitting and separating, eddying and gathering. As you do, things occur to you, things that you can't possibly know. You reach out, try to grasp them, try to touch them too. You notice a tugging feeling, pulling at you insistently, as if it were a small child. Somehow it's pulling you in two directions at once. You look down. All of a sudden everything shuts off. You come back trembling into this unfamiliar body, both yours and not yours all at once. You find yourself standing in the container, eyes now open to the dark steel walls. You feel a change within you, a shift. You close your eyes for a second and you feel it waiting there. The station splayed out across your mind, a storm of connective nodes waiting to be explored, and then it is gone. We got 3 dice this time. A 2, 2, and a 4. We want to find a doctor. You said that would be in the Bright Market, so maybe we go to the Bright Market and we do some, ooh.
Yeah. You're also starving right now.
Ooh, oh no, you're right. So we need to eat. Where do we eat at?
So, kind of intentional. The game's going to kind of, push you down a little bit because obviously you're trying to get your bearings in this new, unfamiliar landscape. The market will have food eventually if you start doing some exploring there.
Okay, let's explore the market. Let's use, gosh, it's danger and risky. If we do this, there's still a 25% chance of a bad outcome, but let's do it. See what happens. We get the neutral outcome, local knowledge. You manage to follow the flow of people, and you start to appreciate, even enjoy the chaotic layout of the markets. This is a 50-50.
Yeah, you're going to take some risks now. You don't have much of a choice.
Yeah, we got to. We got to risk it for the biscuit, baby. We got a negative outcome. We lost some energy. We're fading. We're going to try it again, though. We aren't giving up on the first shot. We got a neutral outcome that time. More local knowledge. But we are starving. We are fading. Oh, I see what looks like... I don't know how I... Oh, here we go. There's the doctor. There's the street food vendor. So we need food. This guy looks dope. Risk it for the biscuit. Heck yeah. I'm glad you appreciate that. I had a boss, my first boss in IT that used to say that, and so it's kind of burned into my brain. Thank you for the cookie, Tom Bomb. Nom 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 nom. Delicious cookie. Emphas is busy, his broad face uplit by the makeshift gas burner in front of him. With precise, delicate movements, he lays thick chunks of marinated fungus into a dented wok, his other hand idly tossing a metal bowl of sliced vegetables and some red-flecked dressing. The smell is incredible. You watch as he fulfills a set of orders, heaping the fungus with the bright salad and depositing it in plastic trays. A stack of chits rattles in his apron pocket as customers file past the burner, handing over payment. Let's approach him. You join the queue. It's mostly made of off-duty salvagers, vac suits, unzipped and rolled down to expose stained vests, grubby mods, a lattice, I don't know how you pronounce that, of scars and tattoos. They discuss the best food on the eye, the best drink, comparing notes on bright market dives, their words cut through with heavy spacer slang. Eventually it's your turn, and you shuffle to the front. Emphas speaks in a deep, even tone without looking up. First try is free, and Beavis Fron, welcome on in. It's great to have you here. I hope I pronounced your name right.
Yeah, so that is Bevis.
Bevis.
And longtime follower, friend, confidant, amigo of mine.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, a friend of yours is a friend of mine for sure. Do they stream?
They do not. They are currently enjoying the wonders of Europe.
Ooh, have fun in Europe. And hey, Jimmy, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Excited for shenanigans coming up, Jimmy. And I will respond to your Discord message after stream. Thank you for going through all that. Thank you, thank you. You're a professional lurker. Well, I really appreciate you. Welcome to the party. Excited to have you here. Excited to get some food because we're starving apparently in this game. So let's see. Let's thank him for the first try. He gave it to us for free. The smell is almost unbearably strong as he cooks. The earthiness of the fungus laced with something so spicy the smoke makes your eyes water. The heat from the burner is like a bonfire, and your skin hardens in its glare. I know you, sleepers, Emphas says while he cooks, his voice deep but clear. A hard life, a lot of stories. He glances up from beneath his cap with piercing eyes. I know. You begin to tell him about your journey to the eye, and he nods as he cooks, his eyes never leaving his work. You tell him of the confusion, the pain, but also the sense of possibility, and its sudden arrival. You tell him of the cold and dark of the container and the endless cycles spent within it. Now, it seems, you tell him like some dream that you've once had but can never forget. Hey, Sakura Dragon, welcome on in. Happy Feet Friday. Hey, Theo, welcome on in. Thank you for the claw machine, Steel Mouse. But 60 needs me for a collab later, and Tom Bomb needs me for Citizen Sleeper, right? Meow.
Right, meow. Yeah.
Thank you for the Steppy emote, 60. Happy Feet Good Friday to you as well, Sakura Dragon. Oh, absolutely, 60. We do have an ad break coming up in 6 minutes, so we'll do a speedrun paw rub then. You tell him that the eye excites you and scares you, and you are unsure where to walk, where to look, what to do. Eventually, you tail off, running out of words. He places a plastic tray of steaming fungus in your hand. Next time we can talk some more, he smiles. But next time, you pay. He slams a heavy hand against a button on the burner's side and shuts off. The roar of the flame and its impressive heat fades. Next time, then, sleeper. He waves you away and begins to oil the wok. Before you turn back to the alley, you notice the geometric patterns of circular scars across his forearms, each surrounded with a constellation of glinting pin marks. You walk away, and as you do, you take a bite of the rich, spicy, delicately sweet fungus. Your taste sensors light up like a fusion reactor. You'll be back. Oh yeah, we gotta get them delicious mushrooms. We also can go to the doctor now.
Yeah, if you want to go to the doctor, you can. Or if you want to give the vocal cords a little bit of a break, you can always go sleep and check them out tomorrow.
All right, let's sleep. Let's give the vocal cords a bit of a break. Also, we're out of dice, so I figure we're basically ready to sleep anyways. You love it? Ah, well, we love you. We're happy to have you here, Grimelda. And yes, Sakura Dragon, you were selling all day. Well, I hope you get to rest and relax now. Happy weekend. And yeah, the FF7 sound is from our awesome friend Ginger J91. Get over here. Oh yeah, you're just a few 60. I will be at those paws. Don't worry. This will be me in about 4 minutes here. This is an emote view of the mouse in 4 minutes. That you see the doctor too? Yes, everybody should go see the doctor. I went to the dentist today. I encourage you all to engage in preventative health care. Those toes will be his. They are mine. Less talk, more action. Soon, my love. But for now, we rest, we sleep in Citizen Sleeper. I think that means we're doing a great job at this game if we're successfully sleeping. Complete active scenes. Okay, we have more to do actually before we sleep.
Oh, so it actually will force you to go to the doctor. Okay.
That's fine. That's fine. I want to check out the doctor anyways. Let's meet Sabine. Yeah. Next comes the call from the enforcer at the door. You shuffle down the flickering hallway towards the open apartment door. You keep your head down and your shoulders high in the queue, trying not to bring attention to yourself. You were thankful for the tip-off that a doctor was operating out of this place, but now that you are here, you aren't so sure. The gang enforcer on the door, the flickering light strips, the decaying hab block, they have all made the long queue a test of your nerve. But your options are few, and without a supply of stabilizer, this body, your body, will... You suppress a shiver and shuffle forward to the front of the queue. You try to find something to distract yourself. Let's look inside. You lean against the door frame and look into the apartment. The entryway is dark, punctuated by the green indicators of stacks of sealed containers. You lean in and see amber light filtering through a far doorway, screened with plastic sheeting beyond which blurred shapes move. The slap of the enforcer's palm against the doorway jerks you awake. "Wait your turn," he growls. After a few moments, a figure pushes through the doorway, and you catch a distant voice. "Send the next one in, Toshiro." The enforcer jerks his head, and you slip inside, passing through the dark entryway and pushing through the plastic sheeting on the far door. The room beyond is bathed in a warm light. A floor-to-ceiling transparent panel gives a full view of the Bright Market sealed roof and the buzzing traffic above. And, for a moment, you are transfixed by the motion. "Come, sit," calls a sharp voice, and you see a silhouetted figure turn away, replacing the plastic sheeting over the frame of a simple folding bed. You make your way across the room. The figure turns. As they do, you see an expression of confusion flash across their features. They open their mouth as if to speak. They blink and then quickly regain their composure. "Please, sit." They gesture to the bed, then turn to an open case of tools on the table. You sit. Sabine turns, a compact diagnostic scanner of some kind in their hand. They hold it to their eye. "Remain still, please." Their tone is clipped and businesslike. You stare ahead, still dazed from the expression when you first entered. Fear, recognition, sadness, unmistakably etched across their face. "How long have you been on the station?" they ask, the scanner still to their eye. A few cycles." They nod. "It's good you came to me." They set the diagnostic scanner on the table. "I'm going to start by assuming you don't know anything." They take your arm and roll up your sleeve, inspecting your synthetic skin. "Your body is dying." They say it without ceremony, without drama, but not without empathy. SNR doesn't like to see its proprietary technology let loose. To prevent bodies like yours, frames as they call them, from being stolen, repurposed, or in your case escaping, they built in a process of so-called planned obsolescence. Frames decay rapidly when not regularly injected with stabilizer, one of which SNR remains the sole producer of. They look up. Sound familiar? Indeed it does, but we do have an ad break starting. I want to catch up on chat real quick. Jimmy never understood what this game was, but seen Blue play it. Yeah, it's an RPG. It's like a non-combat RPG, but it's still definitely an RPG. Kind of more old school, like the text RPG we're probably going to play together here soon, right? And hey, Mr. Fancy Panzer, welcome on in. We're playing Sci-Fi Disco Elysium, basically. Are you familiar with Disco Elysium? Welcome on in. And also, I do see we have an ad starting soon. I'm going to take this as an opportunity to take a break. I hope you all do the same. Get up, stretch, get some water. I'm going to go give a speedrun paw rub to my lovely wife, and we'll be back in about 3 minutes. I reported it, but it's probably not quick enough. Dang it. It was under the camera, but it, gosh, that's tough. We just weren't cycling the cameras fast enough, I think, because it was already right under the camera when I cycled there. I think the Horseman has got us 4 or 5 times now. Yeah, that's pretty terrifying. You know, on one hand, I'm kind of glad it happened. 60 loves this Mio costume. I love it too.
There's... Go away.
Try this.
There's 2 of them!
Get to the gummy ship now. Get down.
Put the gummy berry juice down.
Get bored by your wife now. Thank you, Gavin. I appreciate it. Oh my gosh. Okay. We still got 30 minutes, so let's. Oh. In my dream, you had no face.
In my dream, you had no butt.
How you gonna show me that butt? What a nightmare. And
the faster you predict, the more points it's worth. So it's kind of like a Kahoot about whether or not Virtue's gonna live.
a Kahoot. Oh my god, I love that. He did trick me. Look at that. The devil did it. Yeah, you got me. You got me. Fuck. This guy's an ass. Kind of desperate sounding. It's definitely like an escalation. The first battle theme is like very video gamey, by the book, fast paced.
Just warming up.
This one's got a little bit more emotion behind it, I feel like. And I like that. Thank you for the Manderville dance, Aztec Mario. That dance has a lot of emotion behind it.
Get this over with.
For anybody who's played Final Fantasy 14, I don't think they would dispute that. At least if he's got a really big butt.
Get it all the way in.
That'd be like, oh yeah, dude, I'd love to throw down with Waylord.
I'd love to get ripped in
Oh,
half.
I've seen art of that.
Waylord does have a blowhole.
I have. Yeah.
You have it.
Yeah.
Ain't no way, Dodge.
Not like I was intentionally looking for it, but I found it. Yeah. It found me, I should say.
Trolling.
Yeah,
And then that's how you join the giveaway.
Get him.
Trolling. Oh, I'm glitched out. My body is missing.
Good one. Look at you and your fancy shirt.
Get my wife to
Wow.
come and chat here, Jimmy. That's how you can control the heart rate.
Oh, you're so
Summon my
sweet.
wife. You know, I try.
My
Thank
wife.
you, Franny, for noticing. I try to be a sweet mouse.
You are a sweet mouse.
You know, I can do the yelling kind of Austrian voice a bit. I've been doing that for a long time. I watched way too many Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. All right, I have returned, and we can return to our adventures in interplanetary dystopian capitalism. Thank you, Jimmy. And how are you doing, by the way, friend? Hope you're doing well. I got another drink to refresh this time a pina colada, because try not to have too much caffeine. You're at work. I hope it goes by fast. Alright, so frames decay rapidly when not injected with stabilizer, one which SNRP remains the sole producer of. That's right. So, yes, that sounds familiar. Good, that may help. We swap to your other arm, running some thin metal device over your skin. You feel your forearm tremble. I'm sorry, Sabine says, and you are unsure if they mean for the cold touch of the metal or everything else. Emulations like you, sleepers as most people know you, aren't classified as people in any of the surrogate systems. You have no rights, no status. They focus hard on the inspection of your arm, and SNRP has no reason to release stabilizer into the market. Sabine looks up as if to apologize again, but they stop themselves. I know little of this as of any use to you. They turn away, disassembling the metal instrument and cleaning it. Silence fills the room as Sabine works, and you then... Oh my gosh, we then got raided by Nog. What's up, Nog? Oh my gosh. Nagarda is amazing. You all gotta go give Nog a follow. They are an awesome variety streamer. I usually have caught them playing Souls-like style games, but they play a variety of games. They were just playing RuneScape Dragon Wilds. How the heck was it? How was your stream? Welcome on in. We hope you're doing well. Nog is awesome. Like I said, everybody, go give Nog a follow. If you're not already following Nog, you're missing out. It's always good vibes over there. That tune's really catchy. Yeah, it's from Persona 5. It's the like battle theme from Persona 5, the like vanilla version. I think in Royal it's like the like standard battle theme or whatever. But hell yeah. Hey Nog, thank you so much for bringing the party over here. I hope you had a great time with RuneScape Dragon Wilds. Welcome, welcome, welcome. For anybody new here, my name is vtuber. I'm just a tiny little 2-inch tall mouse. I'm usually with my wonderful wife, 6016, but today I'm actually with my good friend Tom Bomb as we play and check out Citizen Sleeper, a game Tom Bomb's very, very familiar with and spent 100k channel points to have me check out. But I am brand new to this. This has been sold to me as Sci-fi Disco Elysium, which sold. I love Disco Elysium. And again, everybody, if you're not following Nog, go fix that. Give Nog a follow. Incredible streamer, incredible vibes. It's way better than you expected for an early build. It weirdly looks like if Valheim and Fortnite had a baby visually. That sounds awesome, actually. Hell yeah. Well, look forward to future streams of it or whatever you end up streaming. I had a really good time watching you play Sekiro back a while back. That was a while ago, I know, but that's like one of my favorite games. So I had a really good time hanging out watching you play that. If you do need to do the post-stream care, please feel free. That goes for everybody. Take care of yourselves first and foremost. We're going to be live for a while longer. There's a lot of text in this game, and I'm reading this out, so apologies if my voice goes, but you caught us early enough in that you should hear high-quality squeaking for at least a couple more hours. Exactly.
That's the...
Oh, yeah?
That's the thing, Virtue. That's why we gave you such wonderful drinks to be a drink mouse goblin with, right?
Yes. Yes, I do have some good beverages to get through this. You want to bury bones for +4 XP each?
Like priest cape people, shout out who's got priest capes. I know I do.
Hell yeah. Harassed by dragons regularly? Sounds good to me. That sounds like an awesome game. Well, alright, we'll continue the story here. We're talking to a doctor now in this dystopian sci-fi environment. We're like a robot that's actually has free will and consciousness. It seems to imply.
Yeah, your personality is emulated and it's imprinted onto this frame, which seems to have a built-in flaw to intentionally keep you enslaved to a corporation. It's exactly what you think it represents.
So the near future in this timeline that we all found ourselves in.
Yeah, 2023.
Sabine turns to face you. I may be able to help, they sigh, and you see the darkness under their eyes, hear the fatigue in their voice. They gesture to the door. You saw Toshiro outside. You nod. He works for my benefactor, Yaragan. They are influential in the low end. They give me the space to work, run the door, and take the profits. At the same time, I have to fix up their enforcers, tend to their implants, and sew up their wounds. They look away. But Yatagan has connections. Smugglers from the Starward Belt. Mercenaries working for the corporations on Ember. If they can source the stabilizer, maybe you'll have a better chance. Sabine sets down their slate, their notes complete. This is dangerous, and it'll be expensive, but I think we can do it. What a relatable metaphor, right? And hey, Mr. Matt King, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Get you a shouty, friend. Last seen playing Hitman, a series I've like barely played but have wanted to get more into. And you know, oddly enough, 60, my lovely wife, was like, I've never played a Hitman game. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not surprised you haven't played a Hitman game. It's not really like, you know, a game I would think you would gravitate to. But she was like, no, I need to play one of these games. So maybe Hitman stream in the future on 60's channel. The EV shower, I appreciate it. Thank you for the EV shower. We love the V's. Everybody loves EVs. 60 hit team. That emote is great, Tom Mom. You have some awesome ones.
You always gotta rock the Pangu whenever life gets too real.
Mm-hmm. All praise to Pengu. This is dangerous and it'll be expensive, but I think we can do it. Why help me? Sabine walks away to the window, their face dappled by the shadows of passing drones. Let's just see if this works first. I'll let you know when I have a lead. Thank you for the missile support. It basically became a live service, but you're looking forward to IOI's 007 game. Oh! Hell yeah, new 007 game. You know, I'm still not letting go of GoldenEye, but that's just aging me even more than I tend to do. You nod and leave, Sabine still staring out, unmoving. When you reach the lower level of the market, you look back up through the panels of the roof to see if you can see their face, but the room looks dark against the lights of the market. You duck your head and walk off into the crowd. Alright. Well, I think we're done here. I don't see any more events, so now we can probably actually sleep.
Yeah, if it might still want us to go to the pharmacy, but if it's gonna let you sleep, it'll just let you go for it.
Yeah, it looks like we're good. Blood Money's the best, huh? I've heard that from several people, actually. Which console was that on again? Again,
That's
this
PS2?
PS2? Okay, yeah, I was gonna say it was a while ago. Again, the skeletal ring of the station fills your mind. It sparkles with glittering lights, like the stars reflected in a winter lake. It is clearer, crisper than before. The threads still pull, but you remain in place, flickering in the flow. Between the threads you see bright shapes, caches of shimmering light beneath the transparent crystal forms. You follow the path of a thread across the ring, through these forms, then leap off into the void. You begin to understand. These are nodes and connections, a map of information, of communication. There are so many layers, so many loops that it seems almost impossible to parse. But you begin to try. Let's focus on the threads. There are more threads than you can count. You choose one that passes nearby and approach it. As you inspect it, you understand why you instinctively chose the word thread when you first saw them. They are not single lines, but rough, fuzzy things woven from data strings of all kinds. The threads and nodes, passages, and puzzle boxes. One leads to another. There's so much here, so many answers, so many questions. All you need to do is follow the paths and open the boxes. You look out across this ghost landscape of exchange and see an opportunity. But then that insistent tugging again, pulling at you. You look down again and see two lines, two threads pulling in different directions, as if they were tied around you. Let's go with the first one. The first thread leads out, away from the station, into the inky black. Someone out there is tracking you, hunting you, following the thread to you. They are in a ship, and the ship is approaching ever closer with each cycle. Let's pull the second thread. The second thread leads in, pulling deep into the station. Your gaze follows it, and this time you see something. a sphere shimmering above a strange angular body. A pulse shoots out from it, passing over you like a torch beam, testing you, tasting you, Ao. You open your eyes. Time is short. Hunted, someone out there is tracking you, following your trail. It won't be long before they arrive. Yes, before 60 tastes me. Thank you for the hydrate redeem, Tom Bomb. And Teray, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate you. No pressure to chat. I just appreciate the lurk. But I am going to shout you out. Thank you again for the raid last night. Welcome on in. Yes, 60. 60 getting some iced tea.
Yeah, so Virtue, this is a very ominous point in the story. It's already so soon. You're already on day 3. But something's coming.
Being hunted already.
Ayo.
Well, we had some good rolls at least. 5, 3, and 5. Something has changed inside you. You can now access the data cloud of the Eye, a network of decaying protocols and data caches. While there, you can use dice and items to access systems and extract data. But be careful. These networks are old and strange. Press triangle to toggle this view on and off. And yo, what's up? Doing good. I hope you're having a happy Friday, Teray. I hope you have a great time playing critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV, which Tom Bomb and I both also enjoy. And
Yeah.
oh, go ahead.
Yeah, no, we definitely enjoy Final Fantasy XIV. It's the sub that I just can't stop paying.
I feel that. So this is like
So you have gained access to the data network.
so we have like different versions of the areas that we can visit now.
Yeah, so think of them like access ports where if you interact with them, you might gain information that helps you in different real-world applications, but it may also expose you to people that are looking for you.
Oh, I see. FF14 does have a free trial, actually, Cremelda, and in fact, I love to read out the free trial spiel, so let me find it real quick. I love to read this out, because I have a problem, and 60 encourages it, and Tom Bomb doesn't help. Have you heard of the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV with an expanded free trial, which you can play through the entirety of A Realm Reborn and the award-winning Heavensward and the award-winning Stormblood expansions up to level 70 for free, with no restriction on playtime? Sign up today and begin your adventures in Eorzea. They should be paying me, shouldn't they? Because all should be playing FF14. Yes, May Bacon, and all should be following you too. You're awesome. I hope you're doing well. Go ahead, Tom. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. May's good people. Yeah, no, honestly, even if you do play just the free trial, you totally won't become addicted. It'll be fine. You just don't question it. Just do it.
It's good. It's a game that I think you can like engage with casually too. Like there's a lot of content, but there's no real pressure to like rush through it. You know, it's just a fun RPG to play with friends.
Friends that'll have to add you if you want to play with them while you're on the free trial. But yes.
It's not a big deal though. If you do play the free trial, let us know. We'll add you. Yeah, the story is great. Absolutely. It's definitely Final Fantasy quality. You know, if you're a fan of Final Fantasy, FF14 is basically a big theme park for the franchise with a phenomenal, you know, unique story in and of itself. You want to get through the first 6 FF games first, then you may do FF14. Well, you'll get a lot of references that way, I'll tell you that, because they reference the whole franchise, but especially the first 6. Yeah, we're on Primal Leviathan. That's right. Primal Leviathan. And this is a new mechanic for this game. Data actions. They allow you to extract data from the networks of the Eye. They work like dice actions, but in order to unlock them, you must match your dice to the one displayed on the right of the action. So we have to have the exact right dice. This is what you were talking about earlier, Tom Bomb, with you don't necessarily want to roll like all 6s. You sometimes want to get like a lower number.
That's right.
But if we do have a +1 or +2 modifier in the interface skill, we'll be given more possible dice to match. So we can use any dice that matches the dice displayed. So we do not have a 2. We can't do anything with that. We, again, don't have a 2 there either. A 1.
Yes. Yes, you'll notice that some of these have very, very low dice rolls, and the idea is that you should be balancing real world and digital world applications.
Ah, that makes sense. So most of these are going to be like lower than 3. Yeah, they're all 1s and 2s. We rolled so high this time, though, that this, I guess we're going to just be in the real world for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's okay, though.
yeah, we'll balance it out, because next time we'll probably get much lower rolls. It had been a while, huh, 60? And yeah, you can play with paid people, Jimmy. It's all the same servers and stuff. We're not starving or anything. We are fading. Sabine thinks they can source some stabilizer, but that will take up time. What do we have to do at Dock B2? Salvage sortie? Eh. The Rotunda we can do some more with. We haven't done anything here. We could do, for example, steal the dock plans. Have an H security has to have plans. Stealing them would be the fastest way to get to know this place and the most dangerous. So 25% positive, 50% neutral, 25% negative. I think we go for it. We got the positive outcome. That was with the -1 too. Now, what about exploring the Rotunda? Maybe we do... Oh, we can't do it. Apparently that was it. We can just do one thing there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's a mercenary here. A stranded mercenary. Hey, you! Wanna earn a chit? Ankita stands beside a huge pile of tied together hull plates. She stretches out her back, her shoulders bulging beneath her flight suit. Yeah. If you want to play with us on FF14, just let us know. We often play with viewers. I know Toby and Tom Bomb often are doing stuff too, but I don't know what their, I guess, groups are like lately. Have you been filling up entirely recently?
Yeah, we've been mostly filling up. We've been doing a couple of weeks where we've done Mondays and Saturday MERP treasure map hunting. We've also done a couple of days where we've done deep dungeons and done like Heaven on High. We're not really doing the raid content. I know May has a group on Sundays that's always full, and they are running the new raid content every week.
Okay. Gotcha. Well, let's see here.
Yeah, May's group on Sunday. I think they're called the Glue Eaters. I think that's the name they gave themselves.
The Clue Eaters? Okay. That's awesome. Why not? Why not?
It's all about the details, man. It's all about the details.
Absolutely. Absolutely is. Sorry, I'm staring into the camera for a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry, paste eaters.
Paste eaters? Oh my gosh. Hilarious. Y'all are ridiculous. Alright, so Ankita here, mercenary lady. Do we want to earn a chit? Sure. You cross the docking concourse as she begins to split the plating into 2 bundles. What is it with this place? She asks as she lashes the massive plates together. Everyone wants their hair cut. She straightens up to an imposing height, her armor plates creaking, and looks you up and down. Don't try anything, all right? She taps the butt of her sidearm. I don't want to have to put anyone else down today. Anyone else? She's already put someone down today? What the heck? Need to find people on here to steal for FF14? Hell yeah. Well, you got a lot of FF14 fans here, for sure. She shrugs. What can I say? My temper's a little short lately. Ankita hoists one bundle of plating into her shoulder. Come on, then. Enough chat. You've got to earn that chit. Well, earn it we shall. Why are you doing this to yourself? You mean why aren't I hiring these good folk? She nods back at the Steve doors. I've paid heaven age enough. They are currently rinsing me for a mooring I can't vacate unless I either fix the ambergris or sell it off as scrap. And hey, Mumbina, welcome on in. How are you? Yeah, we're talking about FF14 though. Also, look out, that bomb is crazed. Tom Bomb is awesome. Tom Bomb is an amazing friend and longtime supporter of the channel. And thank you, Cremelda, for the hydrate for my wife. She needs some iced tea right now. And I have really good signal in her belly. We call it Wi-Fi signal. Yeah, 60. Oh, yeah, indeed. Well, I hope you're doing well, Mumbina. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you all. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Okay, so Ambergris, is that your ship? You catch on fast. She gives you another of her looks. She rapidly turns another corner as you trail behind. She got cut up pretty bad on our last job, and I had to moor up here for a spell. But since then, it's only gotten worse. Someone got in and sliced the core from our ship mine, so now she's gone dark. She shifts the panels on her shoulders. Thank you for the giant emote, Tom Bomb. You look crazy, crazy. And thank you for the retro bounce, Mumbita. Thank you, thank you. I'm feeling very, very old school. What a name for a ship. That is a pretty intense name. 60 did what I warned you about last night. You joined the Discord last night, then 2 minutes later you removed. I can see the log, Mumbina. I appreciate your jokes, but I know that that's what they are. They are jokes. You are welcome to join, though. If you want to join, Mumbina, please feel free. For real, for real. We appreciate your humor, and if you want to join, you can just click that link. The upshot is that I'm short one ship mine, with a ton of repairs to do, and the rest of the crew signed off the moment they got wind I'd been stranded. So yeah, it's been a time. Well, anything I can do to help? I don't know. Got a ship mine tucked away on that frame of yours? For a moment, you weren't sure if she's serious. Ankita swings the plates from her back, almost knocking you over in the process. This is me. She hauls the second bundle off your shoulder. You're the first person I've met here who might actually be considered helpful. She pauses, chewing her bottom lip. Look, you want to help? Come see me. I need a hand putting Amber back together, and you don't seem like the type to try anything stupid. She passes the bundles of plates to the Ambergris's outer lock, and then turns back. Just don't go spreading all this around. Ankita throws you a couple chits. Consider it a bonus for not trying to grift me. She gives you a parting nod and ducks through the doorway. All right, get out of here, she calls back, and then the lock slams shut. Wow, she seems friendly. We got a new drive from that. Let me catch up on chat, too. So, can you nibble bomb? No, Tom does. I mean, if Tom consents to it, I don't speak for him, but as a default, no.
Yeah, no. Unfortunately, I am not of the nibbling variety. Sorry.
Yeah,
Tempted, although I am. But that's a no for me, dog. You're not going to Hollywood.
I'm the only one who gets nommed on this channel, I think. I'm pretty sure it's that way still. And thank you, 60. I love your emotes. Laying down the paw. Thomas friend, not food. That's right. I am Wolf Girl food, specifically. So, we have 2 more dice to spend. Go to emphasis stall, but we don't need food. We're not starving. Gonna go to the low-end gate. 60 cryo. We only have 52, so we don't even have enough. What about down here? What about the bar? We haven't been to the bar yet, right? Buy rations.
I haven't been to the bar yet.
We can get a drink. It's all fungal drinks, huh? Well, as a vegetarian, I approve. We could go back to Dragos's yard. We still have stuff we can do there.
Yeah, be very mindful of any clocks.
Cycle clocks.
Yeah, Because remember, we do have limited dice pools, so that does affect how fast we can potentially stop a bad clock from happening, should we run out of time.
I see. And thank you, Tom Bomb, for the 10 biddies, well, 20 biddies for the giant bomb emote and then giant nom emote.
Well, we needed to make sure that we knew who was food here, and in this case, it's you, and it's for 60. Unfortunately, though, I don't have any burritos, otherwise we'll wrap you up like a good old-fashioned taco.
I pride myself in being tasty. All right, let's see. I don't know. What do you recommend, Tom Bomb? Do you think I should just go with one of these actions here?
Well, you can go ahead and hit L1 because you got a couple of drives or quests that you have here right now.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Okay.
Yeah, so it's a question here. What would be the most useful to you, or at least what would be the most morally appropriate decision? Because I think the idea here is sometimes it's better to have certain quests finished so that they don't become a burden later.
Which makes sense. That makes complete sense. Well, what do you think then? Should we get a +1 with the assist to shift builder, but we have these quests here. And Kita's cutter's running on commission. Help her get it running again. Repair the ship's hull. Get to know Emphas. Emphas loves two things, stories and food. Maybe if you supply him with both, you can hear a story. Eat it. Emphasis stall. Well, we're not hungry yet, so we'll do that later.
Yeah, we don't quite have a story yet for him either. So either survive or repaying Dragos would be where you'd probably want to go.
Okay. And survive would be wait for Sabine to acquire the stabilizer, but that's probably... I mean, we should probably take care of Dragos here. So if we do assist a shipbuilder, we get +1. We can use the 3 dice and it turns it into a 4. Oh, we got a negative outcome on that. Wow. Only a 25% chance, but that happens. Let's try this. This is at least guaranteed to be positive or neutral. There we go. Cool. We are starving now, and I don't think we can eat without energy, right?
No, you can eat, I believe, because it's usually just with chits.
Oh, with chits. Okay, so we'll order some fungus then. That's 15 chits. A flesh tuber. Yes, Tom Bomb is a flesh tuber. I am nature's chicken nugget. That's why. I am a shorty, like Lord Death Bunch said.
Nature's chicken nugget.
Pesty described me as that once, and I'm sticking with it. Oh, we should come back here later. We do have the machinist class, so we should be good at this, right? But for now, probably just need a rest and end the cycle. We're out of dice. I'm a chicken nugget for 6016 specifically. Is that his skin Sona? The flesh Sona?
Yeah, we got a few options, Mr. Fancy Panzer. I mean, this is me on any given day.
The hunted clock is running. We got some low dice, but we can just go to the data world and use those. As you close up, a voice echoes down the corridor towards you. Sleeper, wait up! Turn. Bang is coming down the corridor towards you, a wonky grin on his broad face. Hey, glad I caught you. Do I know you? He grins. You do now. He puts a hand on your arm. I've seen you hanging around. Just want to chat. You staying in that thing? He nods back to the container, shaking his head. Rough. It can be hard to get a start on the eye. He looks down the passage. What was it old Erlen said? The eye opens for us all? Nice idea, but, well, not always very practical. He glances back at you. We do our best, but it isn't easy. We? You pass together into the main hallway. Have it, Age. We are all one dysfunctional family. Bang puts an arm around you. I'm not part of the security branch, though. Don't worry, I'm with systems. Systems? Everything the eye runs on. He runs a hand along the passage wall. This place is a ruin, but systems keeps it spinning somehow. At least we try to. He stops you in the quiet passage. Look, that's not what I'm here to discuss. I saw you around and, well, I know a little bit about you, sleepers. I have a little proposition for you. He glances around, but this is not the place for it. I have an office just across the way. Give me a cycle or two to prepare. Then, when you are settled, stop by. He lowers his voice and gives you a dark look. In truth, I need you. If what they say is true about you sleepers, well, there's work to be done. He pats you on the back, his voice bright and his dark look suddenly gone. Stay clean, sleeper. He walks off down the passage, raising a hand in farewell. Need more bombs? We can never have too many bombs. And thank you, Maybagan. You know, Tom Bomb has a lot of awesome emotes if you subscribe to Tom Bomb. Just throwing that out there.
We try. She is a long-term subscriber of mine.
Hell
so she
yeah.
understands the bombs. Mumbina, I'm gonna have to decline again, unfortunately. Again, you're confusing me with food, and I'm scared for you. I only wish you the best. Virtue, you're gonna notice that you only have a 1 and a 2 today, and your condition is declining.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous about that.
Yeah, we might need to go see the doctor.
We can see the doctor, but we also need to spend the lower dice and the data ports, right? Or let's see.
That's right.
This is as high up as we can scroll.
Yeah, it should be triangle on your controller to switch to the data network.
That's right. Sourcing stabilizer. Can we do anything with this though, even without spending dice?
Right now, no, it's simply a clock.
Okay, we just gotta wait for it. In the meantime, we do have dice that will match here, like the Yatagen agent. Some gang enforcers implants are chirping out comm signals. Time to see what they're talking about. And thank you for the head pat, Maybagan. Let's go ahead and use it. Sure. Bypass that. Extract data. Got a neutral outcome. We should have some other options. Yeah, this one requires a 2. A half in each member is broadcasting on the open network from here, leaving them open to data extraction. So let's bypass it with the 2 dice that we rolled. We did it. I don't know what we did exactly. Oh, but here we go. The cloud. As you drift back from the node, something latches onto you. A thread strung tight around you. It tethers you in place. A taste. The voice makes you shiver. Its source somehow both distant and close behind your ear. You see a distant glint of light shut off, and then suddenly a shape is at your side. It stalks around you, circling like a shark, like a wolf. Hey yo, hey, what's up, 60? Entity unknown. Astringent. Processing. Let's just stay still. We never resist the wolf. Please hold. The thread around you thickens until it is a ring, a cylinder, a tunnel of light circled around you. It is blinding for a moment, and then it is gone. As it fades, you see a figure, a creature in front of you. Its strange head flickers between different angles, reading you. What are you? The shape paces around you on light legs, though there is no ground here to pace on. Entity, identify, origin, serial, cadence. The figure faces you unexpectedly. Oh my gosh, we're getting raided by Nehru! Welcome on in! I, Nehru, was just playing Sea of Stars with a fellow Sci-tuber, Sarah Britt. Welcome on in, Nehru. Nehru is amazing. Nehru also plays a lot of story-based games, a lot of JRPGs and other games focused around story, and is an amazing storyteller, a godly one, I should say. welcome on in. Oh my gosh, I hope you had a great time. And Foxy Ivory, welcome to you as well. Thank you for the Maid Mouse Redeem. Hope you're doing well. Happy Friday to you all. Oh, and the Moogle dance. Hell yeah. Get the blood flowing. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm here with my amazing friend TomBomb89 as we play Citizen Sleeper. So, TomBomb spent 100k channel points to redeem this game, and being the amazing regular collab partner and friend that he is, he decided to show up for his own redeem too and help kind of guide us to make sure we sleep optimally as a citizen, right, TomBomb?
Well, you know, as a Canadian, we want to make sure to support our friends as best we can, regardless of where they're from in the world, yeah? So we got to be here whenever we're doing these kinds of things.
You know, I haven't brought up that you were Canadian once yet, but I'm glad you did. We love Canadians around here. No matter what our dumb president here in the States says, we love our Canadian brothers and sisters and non-binary siblings. And you know who else we love? Sarah Britt, welcome on in, everybody. If you're not following Sarah Britt, you should fix that. Sarah Britt is a fellow Sci-tuber, was just playing Sea of Stars with iNayrule. Awesome game, awesome stream team there, and like I said, you gotta go follow iNayrule, you gotta go follow Sarah Britt. They're amazing friends, amazing content creators. So Sarah does art and also does a lot of size-themed shenanigans. I saw you there, Sarah, and had a great time hanging out with you and Dooney's chat during the It's on the Mouse debut. Very good stuff. Are you gonna stream that at some point too, by the way? I'm curious. I plan on streaming it next month for Micro May. So I'm hoping to see more of it, but if you're not streaming it, that's cool. You're always streaming good times, good games. And again, everybody here, I encourage you to follow these incredible streamers. Go follow iNayrule and Sarah Britt. Both are great friends and great content creators. And you do plan to. Excellent, Sarah. Excellent. Well, I'm looking forward to watching you stream it. And I will be streaming it too here next month for Micro May. Sarah's also coming to visit in July. Oh, hell yeah. You get to snuggle up with the fluffy Kitsune. Well, aren't you lucky, iNayrule? You are very, very awesome and apparently also very lucky. Well, I should also say iNayrule recently opened back up the coffee shop selling jerky and honey barbecue sauce and other awesome stuff. Nehru, feel free to drop the coffee link. I should just have it auto pop when you pop in chat, so maybe I'll fix that later if I remember with my tiny mouse brain. And speaking of that, for anyone new here, my name is vtuber. I'm a little 2-inch tall mouse. I'm usually streaming with my big bad beautiful wolf wife, but as introduced earlier, we are streaming today with TomBomb playing Citizen Sleeper, which is like a sci-fi disco Elysium. And hell yeah, thank you, Nehru. Hell yes. Nehru putting out some amazing product you all should go check out. You want some good jerky? You want some good sauce? Well, there you go. Click that link for the coffee shop. And I should say, if you do need to do any post-stream care, please feel free. Foxy Ivory, I don't blame you for keeping her forever. She's amazing. But part of being amazing is taking good care of yourself. So I encourage you all to do that. Go take good care of yourselves. I'm going to be live for a while longer. TomBomb, I don't know what his schedule is like today, but we got a lot of weekend shenanigans planned. So we'll be playing this for a bit. Then at 5 o'clock Pacific, 60 is going to go live with our friends Brood Evie and the Occult Nako, and I'll be there too playing Phasmophobia. And then tomorrow, our good mutual friend Toby Wolf is going to be celebrating 8 freaking years on Twitch. TomBomb and I will be there for that, doing Town of Salem, and I think other shenanigans. I'm not entirely sure. Either way, there for the party. There for the people more than anything. The game's great too. And speaking of the game we're playing. So, we're playing Citizen Sleeper. As I said earlier, like a Sci-fi Disco Elysium. There's no voice acting, so you're going to get some squeaky voice acting from me. Good luck with work, Foxy Ivory. You got this. You're almost done. I hope it goes by super fast. And yes, Nehru, US only. Canada has laws against the import of dried animal products like jerky. Would need certain licenses that you just can't obtain at your size. Well, maybe you'll get there eventually. I think you will, Nehru. I think you're You're building something great here, so that's just part of the future plan. Plotting will begin for potential inflation and item pickup. Well, yeah, and then there's the tariff shit with our stupid ass president here in the U.S. So, and we don't like to focus on politics, but we do make it clear where we stand. That guy's a fucking idiot, and we love everybody here, whether you're from Canada or Greenland or anywhere, you know, wherever you're from, you're a human being, and we're all in this together. So thank you for being here. This American
that is
happy.
very fair.
Thank you, Tom Bomb. I'm glad, and I wouldn't blame you. I wouldn't blame anybody for writing all Americans off after all the stupid shit we've been doing. But I'm appreciative, and I want to just put out there again that we're all in this together, whether you're from, you know, China, Canada, the US, Mexico, Brazil, wherever. We got people from all over the world that come into this channel that I just feel so blessed to have in my life. Really, I do. So I am a proud globalist, so to speak, and will just further push and appreciate all you amazing people wherever you're from.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Vert, I don't think Canadians have written off American people. I think, and I'll say this as Canadian as possible, we're not willing to hold the door to the Tim Hortons anymore for certain politicians.
Yeah, I don't blame you. If I were in charge of Canada's government, I would be putting like a full, like, not just a tariff, but just like a full-on trade ban with like products from red states to push them to stop doing the stupid shit. Because, you know, we all may have different ideas on how to get things done in life, but we all need to mutually respect each other and appreciate each other's humanity. And there's a major failure for that going on at every level right now at the U.S. federal government. So this mouse, while not wanting to focus on politics, will make sure that everybody understands that we're all in this together. I'm gonna keep pushing that. I don't care where you're from. We're all in this together. I'm gonna push for the Star Trek universe timeline where we are all eventually under one united banner as just humans trying to live and appreciate the awesome experience of life. We know that not all of you are idiots. Signed a Norwegian. Thank you, Mr. Fancy Panzer. Thank you. Not everybody here is an idiot. And that's the sad thing, that's what's happening here, is the U.S. has such a great education system, and that's why they're attacking it, is because it's great and because it's a threat. That's why they're so hardcore on attacking professors and educators, because they're a threat, because they are powerful. And knowledge is power. I should stop digressing, though. Let's continue this knowledgeable party for this very big brain game that I do appreciate. It's more linear, but still just as complex in its own way as Disco Elysium. I hope so, 60, but I just hope we all get through it. I hope so only for the next part after that, you know? I want to be able to materialize whatever food we want. I forget what they call that technology in Star Trek, but I want it. So, anyways, we're hacking the system here, and the hunter says, entity, identify, origin, serial, cadence. The figure faces you expectantly. Let's just be honest, we're a sleeper, SNR, that's the corporation we're from. Unknown, known. The figure's strange head rotates. Brackish signature. Of and not of. Attempting interface. As the figure speaks, more threads begin to spiral from its head. Thick, snaking, fine like ribbons that flex and wave. They approach with intent. Let's just tell him to stop. Stop! The figure halts its threads, its head twitching. Entity, your identity is unknown. We only seek to correct illegalities. Can you confirm your legal right to sentience? Yes, I am a person. Incorrect. You are an entity. All at once, Hunter's head is directly in front of yours, blocking your vision. You stink of their taste. The one from the sealed dock. Hunter shimmers with fury. I will find access. I will interface. Sealed dock. An entity hides in the rotunda. You are its puppet. Hunter extends a razor-edged thread. I will not be diverted from my task. It glows with murderous intent. You lash out with all your force, not a physical strike, but a focusing, a spike of interference leaping out like the tip of a spear. Hunter stumbles, shifts, separates. You open your eyes, blinking back into the station light, shaking with fear. Alright, well that spent all of our dice. But that was our first foray into the data world, the triangle button world.
Mm-hmm. So if you go back to the data world very quickly there, Virtue,
Uh-huh.
you'll notice that you now have a clock at the top of your bar, and that is based on how many times you commit acts of data accessing before you encounter the hunter again.
The hunter, okay. And do we want to encounter the hunter?
I don't know. It just tried to spear you.
Well, I'm
take
up
that
for a
as you
good
will.
fight. I'm up for a good fight. I'll take my tack weapon and take him out. Grimelda, you crave the turkey sandwich so every so often, not gonna lie. It's funny you say that. That was my quest today after the dentist, was getting 60 turkey sandwich crafting materials, because I don't eat meat, at least not regularly. I will eat meat on a special occasion. So since we're out of dice, I assume we just want to rest and end the cycle, right? Or do you think we should do something else, Tom Bob?
Well, ending the cycle is going to trigger the doctor's clock for the next day, which is good because we need to get some way to deal with our degrading body. You could go get food if you're willing to part with the shits, because you are about to be starving if you go to sleep right now.
Well, we might as
always
well,
remember,
right?
So the red dotted bar, that's the condition of your body, and then the white bar on below the dice is your nourishment.
Okay. Let's get some fungus then. Some spice
Excellent.
fungus. Neutral outcome.
That was pretty good.
Oh.
I wouldn't eat again though. Wouldn't be worth it.
Yeah, we're already like almost topped out. We're at 5 of 6, right? So let's go ahead and rest then. Oddly enough, most Tim Hortons food is mid at best, but there are some gems like turkey sandwiches. So that's the thing. I will totally try a Tim Hortons turkey sandwich. That's considered a special occasion because we don't have Tim Hortons here, even in Vegas.
Yeah, well, it's mostly a Canadian company, right? But unfortunately, in the last couple of years, the same company that owns and operates Burger King also owns and operates Tim Hortons now.
Really? They got bought out
Yep.
by the parent company from Burger King?
Yep. One conglomerate.
Interesting.
Yep.
So we're well fed. The doctor has something now. Here we go. The first thing you see on entering is the glint of Toshiro's implants, like a cat's eyes. In the dark of the corridor, he nods you in as you arrive at Sabine's door. The entryway is still dark, and you push through the sheeting into the surgery. I have it. Sabine stands with the case open in front of them, a set of vials lined up its side, separated by foam inserts. They pick one up, rotating it in the warm light. Nehru, you have like 3 or 4 of them around here, not actually a fan of their coffee yourself. Really? That's crazy. You have 3 or 4 of them there? I know where you're at, and I'm not gonna dox, but you have like revealed it to me in the past, so I'm surprised. I'm genuinely super fucking surprised that you have them where you're at, and we don't have them here in Vegas, the international entertainment capital of the world. But you know, it just goes to show that there's still room to grow wherever you are, and we definitely need to get a Tim Hortons here, at least to have a little bit of Canadian love here in this desert. And yeah, I guess Cremelda, the BK parent company, bought them. I would have never imagined that. Remember, you own a state-recognized business. That's true. Nehru does. Nehru makes some amazing dried meats, some jerky, and also some amazing sauce. America Town, Freedom State.
Yeah, that's clearly where the business is being conducted.
Oh my gosh. Well, we do love freedom, I'm not sure how much the U.S. embolizes that anymore, but oh my gosh, you know who embolizes? The absolutely is the carrier of the flag of good vibes, good times. It's Tiny Lola Gaming. Welcome on in. The Fae Raid is here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh my gosh, everybody. If you're not already following Tiny Lola Gaming, you gotta fix that. Go follow Tiny Lola. Tiny Lola's awesome. They are an amazing forest fae. They are awesome. They're often playing a variety of games. And today, they were playing... I'm going to cheat because I think I already shouted you out earlier, so I got to do it manually again. They were playing Liza P, which... Liza P is awesome. Super sexy Pinocchio in a Souls game. He's an adult, don't worry. He's definitely aged to adulthood in as far as machine puppets go. And... you know, in that game, actually, you don't really know exactly what's going on there. So, I don't want to say anything more. I'll just say I love Liza P. I didn't finish it, but I got really far, and I hope you're having a great time with it, Tiny Lola. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Tiny Lola also misses her Tim Hortons. Well, Tiny Lola is a UK streamer. I don't know if they have Tim Hortons there, but wouldn't surprise me because the UK is definitely cooler than the US. Just saying, as a US citizen. We love the UK around here and our UK brothers and sisters and NB siblings. Oh my gosh, welcome on in. And hey, White Phoenix 5498, welcome in with the raid. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're all having a great day. Happy Friday. For anybody new here, my name is vtuber. I'm a tiny little 2-inch tall mouse guy. I'm usually streaming with my big bad beautiful wolf wife, and will be later on her channel, 5 o'clock Pacific Daylight Time here in a few hours. But today, right meow, I am streaming with my amazing friend TomBomb89. We're playing through a game that he redeemed and recommended. Citizen Sleeper. It's like a Sci-fi Disco Elysium. Really cool. I'm really loving it so far. It's got great art, great story so far. It's I think they described it as role-playing in dystopian interplanetary capitalism. Good stuff. And hey, Gremlin, Rinsane, thank you for the wave and lurk. I hope you're doing well. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend ahead of you. I'm glad you're doing good, White Phoenix. And you're loving it so far, Tiny Lola. Hell yes. Thank you so much for bringing the raid over here. I'm glad you're loving Liza P. It's a great game. I'm going to finish it one of these days. And Nehru, thank you again for the raid earlier. You and Sarah Britt both. Get some good rest and relaxation. Take inventory on your ingredients for the shop. Hell yes. Getting shit done. Well, I hope you have a wonderful, productive weekend ahead of you, friend. How are we all doing? I am doing great. TomBomb, how the heck are you doing?
I'm doing good, Vern. I'm doing good. I mean, people are in chat. It's super lively. I'm super happy you're enjoying the game so far. It's about to get spicy as things start to develop, so I'm excited to see what happens. Warning, though, I do see we have an ad break coming up in about 2.5 minutes, making sure that Virtue, you get your necessary sippies and feetsies.
Feetsies, thank you. You know, TomBomb, you're 100% right. There is an ad break coming up. We do 3 minutes of ads, which is, they require you to run 3 minutes of ads to disable the pre-rolls, and we do it all at once to try to encourage breaks. I'm really bad about that. Like last night I went 4 hours without a break, even with that, but we're gonna be good, especially with TomBomb here helping hold me accountable. We're gonna take a break here in 2 minutes and continue this game afterwards. This is a really cool game. It's already spicy, I feel like. I mean, you're playing as essentially the character you're playing as I'm interpreting it, is like the copy of a human consciousness put into a robot. And of course, like any human consciousness, right, regardless of if it's in a steel frame or a flesh frame, it wants to live. So we're here on this like spaceship city, and thank you for feeding me to my wife, TomBomb. I'll give her a belly rub now from the inside. While we wait for the ad break. 10 out of 10, thank you. You can't handle spicy, White Phoenix? Well, it's not spicy in the AO sense. It's not too sexual. It's just kind of like, I don't know, dark? I guess dark. But I
It
like
has the aura, as we said.
Yes, the aura that we all appreciate. The art's really cool. The concept's really cool. If y'all have played Disco Elysium, which if you haven't, highly recommend it, and it goes on deep sale often. It's my lovely wife's favorite game. You describe yourself as a flesh frame? Hell yeah, Cremelda. Hell yeah. You don't mind that type of spicy. That's good. That's good. And you know, even if you did, it's okay too. That's perfectly fine. We're definitely exploring some like serious topics in this game. But I like that. You know, I think that it's better to try to face these things head on and try to process them than it is to try to just like blot them out. And speaking of blot them out, there's an ad break that's going to start in 10 seconds. So I'll see you all in 10 seconds. I wish we could blot out the ads entirely, but since we can't, I encourage you all to take a break. Again, go follow Tiny Lola if you're not already, and I'll see you all in about 3 minutes.
Trolling. And that's how you join the giveaway.
Trolling. Oh, I'm glitched out. My body is missing.
Good one. Look at you and your fancy shirt.
Get my wife to
Wow.
come and chat here, Jimmy. That's how you can control the heart rate.
Oh, you're so
Summon my
sweet.
wife. You know, I try.
My
Thank
wife.
you, Franny, for noticing. I try to be a sweet mouse.
You are a sweet mouse.
He did trick me. Look at that. The devil did it. Yeah, you got me. You got me. Fuck. This guy's an ass. You know, I can do the yelling kind of Austrian voice a bit. I've been doing that for a long time. I watched way too many Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. You're a pyromaniac? Get to the chopper now! Yeah, get down! The bandicoot's starting a fire! Yeah! You went to executor? Executor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either or.
But there's like...
Yeah, like a Geodude would be impossible to bang.
No, well then he could fist you.
What in
No,
the
I'm
fuck?
talking about, like, I'm not really interested in any Pokemon.
My poor Chad.
That is
My
gonna be
poor
doing
Chad's ears.
Oh
My-
my god.
Like, mostly I want to be the one, like, doing the thing.
I want to be the very best that no one ever was. Because
And
The faster you predict, the more points it's worth. So it's kind of like a Kahoot about whether or not Virtue's gonna live.
a Kahoot. Oh my god, I love that. 60 loves this Mio costume. I love it too.
There's... Go away!
Try this.
There's two of them!
Oh. In my dream, you had no face.
In my dream, you had no butt.
How you gonna show me that butt? What a nightmare. I reported it, but it's probably not quick enough. Dang it.
Under the camera.
It was under the camera, but it, gosh, that's tough. We just weren't cycling the cameras fast enough, I think, because it was already right under the camera when I cycled there. I think the horseman has got us 4 or 5 times now. Yeah, that's pretty terrifying. You know, on one hand, I'm kind of glad it happened. Get to the gummy ship now. Get down.
Put the gummy berry juice down.
Get bored by your wife now. Thank you, Gavin. I appreciate it. Oh my gosh. Okay. We still got 30 minutes, so let's thank you for the pop. The light would be a good spot to hide. Oh yes, this would be a good spot to hide. Shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Thank you, Tom Bomb. I am muted. You're right. Thank you, thank you. Tom Bomb rescuing the stream. Welcome on in, Timmy. Timmy also plays story-based games. Always having a good time, good vibes over there. And oh my goodness, Tom Bomb, you did not. Oh my God, 5 gift subs? Stop. You don't need to do that.
Scam train, choo choo.
You're already making this stream awesome by being here. You don't need to do that, friend, but thank you so much. That is very kind of you. Oh my gosh. That did start the scam train, as you said, as Toby and you like to call it. I do appreciate it. It is already level 2 thanks to you. Oh my God. Oh my God.
You are more than welcome.
Way too kind of you, Tom Bomb. Oh my goodness. And 60's busy right now bathing the dogs, but still managed to jump in on the hype train. Thank you, 60, for the 100 biddies. Oh my gosh. So the 5 gift subs from Tom Bomb went to King Red Dragon, Vati Rabbit, Yoko, Helios, Goat King, and Mama Jinxie. All awesome people and now saved from ad hell. Yes, get your hype emotes now.
God, I hate ads. I hate ads so goddamn much. I'll pay money for other people just to not get them.
Ads do suck. They're an understandable and necessary evil for the medium, but better to, I guess, exercise that evil whenever we can. But you don't need to spend money. Oh my gosh, don't do that. All right.
Don't worry, it's just it's my Canadian Monopoly money, so doesn't have any value anyway.
Canadian Monopoly money. No, I think your currency is probably gonna have more value than ours here in a couple years, if not sooner, with the stupid shit happening to your friend. the constant shooting ourselves in the foot.
Remember, when you sink, we sink with you.
That's why I'm trying everything we can not to sink. But yes, yes, you are right. You are right. We're all in this together in the end, right? We live in a very interconnected society. Whether you're in Mexico, Canada, the United States, Brazil, wherever, China, it doesn't matter. We're all connected. Especially...
Or if you're just an island of penguins.
Then yes, then the U.S. president thinks you're connected to this trade situation. You will be of soon. You got a big day tomorrow. Oh hell yeah! What do you got going on tomorrow? Love to hear about it, and I will get going with the story here again. Here, I could still chat. I can still read. I have no idea how Yatagan. They trail off. We should treat this with caution. It looks authentic, but I have no idea if it really is what it appears to be. I'm the test case? That seems to be the case. Unfortunately, I'm not sure we have another choice. They gesture for you to sit on the bed. Yo, Bandy, what's going on? How are you? Bandy, a fellow plat hunter, and going for the Last of Us Part 1 plat right now. Hope it's going well. I enjoyed watching you finish up the game first playthrough yesterday. Or day before yesterday. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. You're just out of work? Ah! Well, I hope work went well. And Tom Bomb, thank you for welcoming in, people. You are always, always such good vibes.
This is the one day I'm here in stream, and we're not playing board games, so I can actually do modding. It's weird because I don't typically do it, but today you're getting full value.
I feel very lucky. You are an amazing mod. I don't have any expectations for any of my mods, and often I give people mod because I ran out of VIP badges, and I just want to like continue to show appreciation and trust for my good friends like Tom Bomb. But in Tom Bomb's case, Tom Bomb got the mod sword pretty early on because we're collabing, and we will continue to collab together, fate willing. You have a lot to do, and you'll be seeing a girl you've been talking to. Heck yeah, good luck. White Phoenix 5498. You go get that girl. You have a great time hanging out and being your best self. You're gonna be amazing. Tom Bomb, thank you for the 10 biddies. Oh my gosh, even more.
Tom Plus.
Tom Plus. I feel like you're already Tom Plus, Tom Bomb. I feel very lucky to have met you in this point you are at in your life.
We do what we can with the time that we have. For we, the helpless, who are led by the blind. Anyway.
But not the blind mice, hopefully.
Never the blind mice. But ooh, hype.
Got a hype chest. Got the spill the tea emote. Hell yeah, we'll spill the tea. That's a cool one, actually. They did pretty good with that. Spill the tea. Well, thank you again, Tom Bomb. And thank you, 60. Thank you, Timmy. Hope you're all doing well today. Choo choo. Should light that hammer on fire. You know, Tom Bomb streams are always fire. If you're not following Tom Bomb, I don't know if it'll let me shout him out again yet, because it's probably been too soon. Oh, good, it let me. If you're not following Tom Bomb, go give Tom Bomb a follow. Tom Bomb's awesome. So, beyond being the evil genius behind this specific stream, Tom Bomb got me into randomizers along with Toby, and also continues to be an amazing friend and amazing support of the channel. So if y'all want good times, good vibes, go give Tom Bomb a follow. Tom Bomb's streaming awesome games all the time, every weekend and beyond. Some weekdays when time allows, right?
Yeah, that's a pretty good summary for life, right? When time allows. I do try to stick to a somewhat regular schedule. However, life has been very busy of late, but again, we try to aim for Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays. It varies week to week, but we play a wide variety of strategy, resource management, and randomizer style games, so it's a good mix.
Hell yeah, it's always a good time on your channel. And you know what? Acreeth and Yoko, it's always a good time on your channels too. I hope you're doing well. Happy Friday. It's great to have you here. So Acreeth was last playing Minecraft. I was there for a bit of that. Always good vibes, but Minecraft is generally and definitely was pretty chill on your side. And then Yoko doing the F1 streams, but Yoko also streams Persona 5. They're playing through Persona 5 Royal. They're making great progress. So for those of you here who are JRPG appreciators, you can't go wrong with following these awesome peeps. You just woke up from your nap. Aren't dragon naps like literally thousands of years? Because I want to believe that at least the next few years are already have passed. Anyways, back to Sabine. The stabilizer works under a similar principle to an immunosuppressant in a transplant operation, in that it stops your body from rejecting the unfamiliar part of itself. In the case of your frame, the unfamiliar part is each of your biosynthetic organ groups, which over time are identified by your body as foreign material and therefore must be eliminated. Sabine holds up a vial of the would-be stabilizer. However, unlike the immunosuppressant, the stabilizer doesn't do this by limiting your entire immune system. Instead, it re-encodes your biosynthetic organs with new protein chains which act as passcodes within your immune system. The stabilizer refreshes those passcodes, keeping your frame from rejecting all of its own organs. Passcodes? In very basic terms, yes, they sigh. Look, what matters here is that the stabilizer should be able to encode any organic or biosynthetic matter to be accepted by your immune system. They glance away. At least if the stabilizer is genuine. The only way to know for sure is to inject the vial. They begin readying the syringe. I will start with a small dose to limit the risk. Okay, let's do it, and welcome back, Jimmy. You wish you could nap for that long sometimes, but people keep waking you up. I feel that, Acreeth. I feel that. So the other night, well, for one, I should preface this by saying I've had really bad insomnia issues for a while now. And the other night, I fell asleep like almost instantly. Like I got into bed, almost immediately fell asleep, and I had a YouTube video up, and this is how I knew I got woken up really quick. I woke up later, like maybe 5 or 7 minutes or so later, based on how far this YouTube video had progressed. And after I woke up, I just did not sleep for the rest of the night. Basically, I think I maybe like fell out of consciousness like a few times for like a short period at a time, but essentially I like stayed awake just thinking all night after waking up from that. And it sucks, but you know, insomnia is a real health issue, and I am going to go to a doctor for it here soon. I encourage everyone to, if you can, go to a doctor whenever you can. Am I winning? Jimmy, if you're here, I'm winning. White Phoenix, 54.98 protein. I've had a lot of protein lately, for sure. I tend to live off of protein bars. I specifically really like the Cliff Builder bars. Those are really good. Vanilla almond. Shout out to that flavor. Fun fact, 6060 cures Vert's insomnia with her cuddle struggles. Yeah, it's a double-edged sword with that, Tom Bomb, because on one hand, you know, the cuddling is definitely conducive to sleeping, but on the other hand, 60 and I are on, like, opposing sleep schedules, so once that process begins, I am reset. My brain is so broken, unfortunately, that it does not like to go back into sleep mode after.
Well, Vert, here's what I will tell you very quickly as we try to, you know, push through Sabine's doctor visit here for you. People in general used to sleep twice a day for about 4 to 5 hours as opposed to once per day for, you know, the recommended 6 to 10, depending on the person. So maybe you're just an old soul that needs to go back to sleeping twice a day and partying till 4 in the morning.
Honestly, I think you're right. For real, though, I think you're right. Because I've noticed that, like, I have my best days. And, like, this is a great day, even though I've had, like, literally less than 2 hours of sleep. I'm feeling great and just happy to be alive. But, like, I can recognize that that is even more amplified with sleep. And I also feel like, yeah, like I generally do sleep better if I split it up into like 2 parts into a day, like part 1 sleep and part 2 sleep. And I know that used to be a thing in European culture, right? Like they used to get up in the middle of the night and go like have dinner with their friends, with their neighbors. They would literally like at like 2 in the morning, like, oh yeah, it's time for like, you know, overnight meal, have a good time, party, have some beverages, and then we'll go to sleep and get up at like 7 a.m. and go to work.
Yeah. Think of it like Vampire Watch.
Yeah, Vampire Watch. Someone has to stay up to watch for the vampires.
That's right.
Damn, the farts will be bad then? Well, I mean, that just depends. I'm only a 2-inch tall mouse, but luckily my beautiful wife, who is almost 100 times my size, eats very healthy, and I don't worry about that. Been there, done that. You don't sleep enough. I never could. Anyway, Sabine cracks the glass neck of the stabilizer vial and uses the syringe to extract a fraction of the liquid. They tap the syringe, and you watch as if any sign might emerge from the clear liquid. You barely feel the needle, your frame registering the initial injection, but with little response. A sensation begins to spread from the site, a fizzing, trembling wave that disperses through your arm with incredible speed. Your vision goes white, and when it returns, Sabine appears encased in shards of sparkling light that slowly fade into darkness as you settle back against the bed. You swim in the darkness, muffled noises like an argument heard from underwater, prickling waves of cold. When you sit back, Sabine is sitting in a chair by the window, facing away from you, backlit by the glow of their slate. Awake? Squeak? Thank you for the squeak out, Tom Bob Squeak. You can sleep anywhere, always, White Phoenix Squeak. I'm so jealous, Squeak. I wish I could. That's been like my biggest health issue of my life so far, Squeak, is insomnia. Like, if there was one thing, and I would pay any amount of money that I'm able to just like fix, it would be to be able to just fall asleep when I get in bed, Squeak. 'Cause that's just, like, it's always been a challenge for me, but especially in recent years, it's been like a super challenge, Squeak. Yum, cookie. Yes, Squeak. We love the cookie, Squeak. So our collective sleep schedule was tailored by the Industrial Revolution. It's true. Yeah, we were kind of like all scammed into this in a way, Squeak. I don't think we were meant to do the whole like 9 to 5 as like a baseline, Squeak. I think we were more so meant to do like a like 9 to 12 or 1 with like a solid break, and then maybe like a 4 to 7 or something like that, Squeak.
Yeah, I mean, tell you what, we'll give you one more depressing fact here. Medieval peasants and farmers had more time off than we do today.
Yeah. You know, the work may be like easier physically, but it's definitely not mentally. And that's very true. The expectation's much higher. You once fell asleep while standing? I've never fallen asleep while standing. I'm jealous. White Phoenix, can you teach me your powers here? Can you pass these on? Tom, you knew you were going to say that. You knew it, dude. Yeah, 60 and Tom have an awesome, I guess, synchronization on the topic of late-stage capitalism. Squeak, they both have a knowledge of history that helps them understand the crazy shit going on today, Squeak.
What about medieval mice, though? They had an abundance of cheese and crops.
Yeah, medieval mice lived pretty good, Squeak. I was born in the wrong timeline, clearly, Squeak. We're on the same wavelength, exactly, Squeak. You close your eyes, you don't think about anything, and bam, you're gone, Squeak. See, that's the problem, is the second part, is the think about anything. I can close my eyes just fine. I can't get my mind to stop. It literally just keeps going, Squeak. So here's insomnia awareness for you all. Like, I'll literally just lie in bed thinking about every interaction I've had with every person. Sometimes, like, even from months ago, Squeak. Like, for example, there's been a couple of one former friend that has, like, I don't know what I did to piss them off exactly. They never told me, but they've like gone all out in trying to like destroy me, which is whatever, Squeak. Like, I'm fine. I'm here. I'm not destroyed, Squeak. But like, it makes me wonder. It's like, I'll sit there all night thinking like, what did I do to piss off this person? I was really nice to them. I've never had a conflict with them. Why do they want to end me, Squeak? You know, like, I'll just sit there and keep like replaying scenarios in my mind. Like, was it the time that I showed up to their stream and, you know, I didn't, you know, enthusiastically support the game they were playing? Like, what caused it? I don't know, Squeak, but I'm trying to be better about that, because truly, and I know this logically, like, it doesn't matter. People are going to do crazy shit for whatever reason, right? Like, you can't control what other people are going to do. But, like, my mind still wants to figure out, like, the why. And it will just sit there, and not just for that, for, like, anything, right? It'll just sit there and keep processing and processing and processing. It never ends up just shutting down. You don't give a rat's ass what people think? See, that's good, and that's how I am consciously, Squeak. But when I'm trying to sleep, my mind does not get in with that plan, Squeak. Maybe the mouse mind can't sleep because the mouse heart is going at a minimum 120 beats per minute. That's probably true too, Squeak. Is this a good time to bring up the boat videos, Squeak? Yeah, so 60 has a really good sleep plan where she watches like Japanese fairy videos and stuff. But to me, they're kind of more like scary, because there's usually very few, if no, people there. It's just like a little unnerving, Squeak. And oh my gosh, Vile Council is here. Welcome on in, Vile. Hey, if y'all are not already following Vile Council, you gotta fix that. Vile Council is amazing. Also plays retro games, speedruns Portal, does a lot of awesome stuff on their channel, Squeak. No, you're amazing, Squeak. What a weird thing to do, Squeak. Oh, Acria, thank you for feeding me to my wife, Squeak. I like being my tea, Squeak. 460, Squeak. You have one time ran naked through your town. You did not care what people thought. Hell yeah, Squeak. You were streaking. That's what we used to call it, streaking, Squeak. We're all about it. You know what? Be your best self. And if your best self is naked streaking, then hell yeah, Squeak. What do you mean, Jimmy? Good question, my love. Congrats on passing 500 followers. Yeah, big grats. It's tough to do, honestly. It really is. And JT, my fellow Tiny, welcome on in. Thank you for the yeet. JT, another awesome streamer, another fellow Tiny streamer. Just avoids filming people, Squeak. Oh yeah. The guy just goes on Japanese ferries, and he's really good about like not showing any other people. It's not like they're empty ferries, right? He's just turning off the camera whenever people would be in frame. Squeak. It's not really that creepy, but it's kind of got that liminal space vibe going on, Squeak. Anyway, Squeak. So let's just say yes. When you sit back up, Sabina's sitting in a chair by the window facing away from you. Wait, what did I do?
I think we just injected you with a small dosage to see how it would do for you.
I see. Okay. And it seems like the stabilizer is genuine. They sit down beside the bed. I don't know how Yaragan acquired a case of this stuff, but they did. Bean looks troubled, distracted. You should rest some more, but you are going to have to do that somewhere else. They gesture to the door. I have other patients. Sorry. Sabine nods towards the case. I'm afraid I can't offer you any more doses. You are going to need to pay for your next dose. Sabine? Nothing comes for free, sleeper. Remember that. You manage to get to your feet and wander out into the hallway. The queue stretches down the flickering corridor. Toshiro stands impatiently by the door and fixes you with a glare as you leave. You lower your eyes as you stumble past, somehow faintly aware of the station spinning beneath you. So we're maxed out on the like stable meter or whatever now.
Yeah, absolutely. So if we eat, we should have all of our dice available to us tomorrow.
Perfect. We definitely want to do that then. Yes, JT, ferries, like the boats, not like the ferry, like you incredible fairy. And yeah, you can drop links here. I don't think I have them banned. I have Seribot, and that bans any of the obnoxious links. We're gonna order some fungus. We're full health, full stable, full energy.
Excellent.
We still have 2 dice of 3 to use.
Yeah. So going back to our quests, or our drives as they're called.
Okay.
We want to be careful again. Certain clocks might be ticking down and getting a little too close to being unpreventable.
I see. We need to repair the ship's hull. Get to know Emphas. And repay Dragos. And of course survive.
Yeah, surviving is a pretty vital quest. I think that's something you will have literally until the day you die.
Huh. Well,
Weird how that works, right?
in the meantime, I guess some of the other ones we can do. Oh, this is a new one. Fang. Have an age systems engineer.
Yeah, so he was the guy who came and approached you while you were sleeping again just recently about how there's other things to be done because you're a sleeper.
I see. Okay. Let's see. Fang. Sleeper. Fang catches your attention as you approach the Have an Age building, leaning against a bay door to the side of the entrance. You approach. Easier to come in this way. Security, all that. He gives you a look. You know. He slams a button and the bay creaks open, blinking lights in the dark behind it. You follow Fang inside. Truth be told, I don't spend much time upstairs. This is where I work. The door hisses as it closes behind you. The bay is filled with pieces of hardware, all rigged up to generators and diagnostic slates and things you don't recognize that glow with blue screen light. There's a chorus of hums that blends into a single wave of static, filling the dark corners of the room. Fang leans on a server stack and gestures around. You like it? It's incredible. He smiles widely. I thought you'd say that. He taps the nearby server stack, which bleeps in response. This is my treasure trove, all dredged up from the sea of systems we call the Eye. You wouldn't believe what this place runs on. He steps over to a towering block, speckled with vents. Some of these systems are from the original station, AE1, or I think there's another actual.
That would be Aether.
Aether 1.
Yeah.
Aether 1, the one Solheim built. We've had to invent new components, repair things we've never built, reverse engineer entire subsystems into existence. Residents here look up at the Eye and think they are seeing a concrete reality. But this place is a system in constant flux, decaying and growing, collapsing into new configurations. He walks down between the hardware stacks and you follow. We are keeping this place alive, but also remaking it into something new, dragging it away from those corporate origins. He stops. At least, that's what I'm trying to do. And yo, what's up, Jareth? How's it going? Why is the shrink redeem gone, Mambina? I only have the shrink redeem active when I'm streaming with 60, because I need her protection. Also, you just found out there's a furry convention in Vegas right now, JT? Hell yeah. I wish I had the time, money, and resources to do that, because I would love to. Fuck yeah, furries. Gonna have pizza again for dinner? Fuck yeah, pizza. We always love pizza around here. Are you gonna have pineapple on that pizza? Tom Bomb asking the real questions here.
Yeah, you absolutely must consider Canadian invention Hawaiian pizza.
Yes. Y'all would be better with Hawaii anyway, so if y'all want to have it, you can have it, in my opinion.
Oh boy, that's We already have Newfoundland, so unfortunately we're all out on marine capacity. But I heard Peru is looking.
Well, we have some Newfie friends, so we can understand why you're already set to go with Newfies. You always thought it was a CPK thing? Oh, California Pizza Kitchen? Freaking love California Pizza Kitchen. I don't think it is, though, a CPK thing. I think pineapple on pizza is... I don't know when it was the thing. I feel like it's always been a part of my life, for one. I've never really liked it. I've always felt like hot pineapple is gross. Like, I love pineapple, but, like, grilled pineapple, ugh. Like, I can eat it, but I would just, like, every time I'm eating it, I'm like, why did you make this hot? It was meant to be ate cold.
It's fair. That's fair. So there's Hawaiian pizza you get from like Domino's, which is, Domino's. And then there's like homemade Hawaiian where you've properly like grilled the pineapple first, and then you add like hot spicy bell peppers to it. So it's like a sweet and savory with a hot spicy, and that is a much better quality of Hawaiian.
That sounds way better. What other toppings go on a Hawaiian pizza? And I'm going to step away for just a sec, but I can hear.
You got to go for, you go all in, right? Go Canadian bacon, right? Just get some nice thick, nice ham on there. But also switch it up and do yourself a favor. Get a Hawaiian with chicken or like barbecue chicken. And it is fantastic. That's right, 60. Pineapple is the fruit that eats you as you eat it. That is correct. It's also really good for your skin. So you're getting the Hawaiian Pizza 101 right now. You're getting pro tips. You're getting Pizza Pal level pro tips here on Pizza Jimmy.
Hell yeah. Now I'm feeling like ordering some Hawaiian pizza. Oh my gosh. That sounds great. I actually really don't like Canadian bacon either. Like, even when I ate meat, I always felt like Canadian bacon was like I would always be like, this is like scam bacon. Like bacon itself is better. And I know Canada is awesome, so why did they put Canadian in front of this like abhorrent depiction of bacon? But I think the thing is, Canadian bacon is just like sliced ham that is cooked, right?
Yeah, it's just a thicker cut of regular style bacon, but it's almost ham.
Really?
Yeah,
I would
that's
have
what
never
real.
imagined
Yeah,
that. So it is bacon
it's
still. It's just
it's
thick.
bacon. Yeah, cut from a different part of the pig.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. And obviously, well, I should say obviously, as an American, for us, it's like the inferior part of the pig because, like, Americans, especially like in the 2010s, were obsessed with bacon, right? Like, just obsessed with it. But Canadian bacon's a whole different deal. Like, it tastes completely different. The texture is different. I'll be honest, I don't really like it. I don't, like, even when I was eating meat, I never really liked Canadian bacon. I love Canada, but I didn't like Canadian bacon. And it was like a tragic kind of duality to deal with for me. It's like, how do I love this country so much, but despise their bacon?
Yeah, I will say I'm not personally crazy about Canadian bacon, but then again, I'm not crazy about bacon in general. I typically avoid pig and pig products.
Yeah, well,
So
I mean,
we'll leave it at that.
I mean, I do too. And even before I was vegetarian, I was starting to kind of like veer away from bacon. So I don't know. Pigs are too close to being human-like to me.
The bacon hype is real for Jimmy, though.
Bacon, I mean, people love the taste for a reason, and I'm not going to deny it. It tastes great. And Yoko, thank you for the head pat. I'm not going to deny how awesome you are, Yoko, and thank you for that head pat taking care of this mouse. Anyways, Fang, he walks down between the hardware stacks and you follow. We're keeping this place alive, but also remaking it into something new, dragging it away from those corporate origins. He stops. At least, that's what I'm trying to do. He turns back to face you among the flickering machines, humming all around you. I know you can see this too, Sleeper. All these systems and sections. You can, can't you? I can see it. It makes sense, right? You're between here and there, between the people and their systems. You light this place up like a beacon. That's what I need. You glance at the lights around you, and as you do, they seem to flicker, to realign, to follow your gaze. Bang notices it too. I'm guessing being a beacon isn't always ideal when you are on the run, though. They are tracking me. He pats you on the shoulder. Maybe I can help with that. There's a lot of old growth in this place. Subsystems I can't see. Access protocols lost to time and decay. Secrets. A shitload of secrets. With your help, I can unlock this place. Break off those last ghost limbs of corporate control. He lowers his voice behind the hum. Even in Heaven Age, there is old growth. Those whose roots trace back into those bad old days. You help me dredge up the past, and I'll see what I can do about that tracker of yours. He winks. What do you say, Sleeper? I'm in. Bang pumps his fist and claps you on the shoulder. He meets your eye. You won't regret it, Sleeper. Bang passes you a ragged-looking metal slab. A gift, he smiles. It's a Solheim cipher. I dug it up from the depths of the station. Slot that into an old network gate, and you'll be able to pull out all kinds of secrets from the nodes inside. He walks you back to the front of the bay. Start by bringing me whatever you can turn up. Use that emulated mind of yours and see what's out there. Let's get a picture of how things are. Those above, he nods at the ceiling, have granted me an acquisitions budget. I can pay you for whatever useful data you bring in. I know you need it. He slams the door button again. Keep it quiet and keep it clean, Sleeper, and I'll see you soon. You step, blinking, back out into the passage, those flickering lights still in the back of your mind. Alright, so we have 2 more dice to spend still, and we have a new drive.
Yeah, so Taking a little bit of influence here and just kind of helping you guide. I know we're getting close to the end of time, but Dragos was the first person who approached us, and without Dragos, we wouldn't be here. So, might be time to help a guy out.
So we should go back to Dragos's yard?
I think so. We're getting close to where the clock is going to become impossible for us to stop him getting in trouble.
I see a debt called in. Yeah, we're only one ahead of it, so we do need to do this for sure. So the one on the left is risky. We have a 3 dice, which will make us 25% positive, 50% neutral, 25% negative. We could also do the manual salvage. Same probability. So I think we go ahead and go with the +1 over here. See what happens. All right, back in business. 15 cryo.
Yeah, we need the money too, so this is like a double positive here.
Perfect. Another positive outcome.
Hey, that was really good actually.
So if we sleep now, we'll get 6 or 5 dice.
Yeah, we should get 5 dice now going into tomorrow, but I believe you've now triggered a scene you can't avoid.
Is it over here?
I think Dragos is. So there's that diamond shape sticking out of Dragos's shipping yard.
Oh, I see him, the pragmatic salvager. You arrive into a buzz of activity at the yard. Red blinking lights flash across a vast dark shape, suspended below the dome. They flicker across the scorched hole plates and bent structures, spilling from holes in the twisted shape. The cutter is huge and has been torn apart in some violent encounter. She's a beauty, isn't she? Drago stands to the side, focused on the hulking ship as it lowered into the yard. She is. I should thank you. This place was on its last legs when you turned up, and now look at this. The ship descends slowly, its interior visible through multiple hull breaches. You struggle to gather the same enthusiasm as Dragos for this monstrous craft. You can't help but think of what became of its crew. What happened? What do you mean? He glances at you. I managed to convince our salvager friends to give it to me on credit. That's what happened. No, what happened to the ship? And Nako, thank you for the alert. Nako is actually who we're going to be playing with later. We're going to be playing with Nako and Brood Evie. So if you're not following The Occult Nako, you should fix that. The Occult Nako is awesome. They're an amazing Catboy streamer. And as I mentioned earlier, we'll be busting some ghosts with them here in about 2 hours, 15 minutes on my lovely wife's channel. We hope you're enjoying watching Virtue Bro playing Citizen Sleeper. Have you played it before, or maybe you've seen the recent release of the sequel? Thanks for being it. Thank you, Tom Bomb, for posting that. I appreciate that, friend. Yeah, the sequel did just come out, and this game is awesome. I do highly recommend it so far. If you like RPGs with like a kind of unique twist in a dystopian sci-fi atmosphere, this is for you. And it's available right now on PS Plus for free. This is one of the I don't know what tier of PS Plus that it is, but it is available, I think, on extra tier, if not extra than premium. So yeah, great game. It has been sold to me as Sci-fi Disco Elysium, and I would so far agree with that. It's very much in the same vibe as Disco Elysium. Oh, good luck with the errands, and Nako, I appreciate you. And Jareth, those are awesome emotes. Free? That's your kind of budget, Tom Bomb. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I refuse to pay AAA prices or even release day prices. So yeah, whenever you can get a good deal, right? You think about return on investment. This is good value at $0 because the rewards are infinite.
Yeah, this is a very replayable game too, from what you've described.
Yeah, absolutely. There's definitely different ways you can go. Remember, there's 3 starting character classes. This is only the first one.
Yeah, and each one has different advantages and disadvantages.
Mm-hmm.
So far, the Machinist is working out pretty well for what we're trying to do. Not my concern, he shrugs. The ship creaks like a calving iceberg as it reaches the base of the yard. Dragos is visibly excited. I know I said you should stick around, but I'm gonna need some help with this one. The drones start to crawl over the hulk, their lights illuminating flashes of dented hull. Watching, you wonder if you arrived in a similar fashion, locked inside that container. The wreck of the SNR freighter lowered into the yard like a corpse ready to be butchered. Or was the container delivered to the Dragos on its own? A womb for your rebirth into this strange station? You shudder. Perhaps if you could learn something about the ship, you might be able to trace the path that led you to this yard. Dragos squeezes your shoulder. After these past cycles, I think we are up to it. What do you think? You see the fading name of the ship, emblazoned on its side. Winter Light. Let's do it. He claps you on the back. Glad to hear it. Come back in a few and we can make a start. A real beauty, Dragos repeats, perhaps just to himself. You take one last look at the shattered ship as the drones start cutting, and then slip out of the yard, feeling suddenly cold in the empty passage. Thank you, Tom Mom. Let's do it. We got a trophy for that
There
too.
you go. Yeah, and an upgrade point.
Ooh, this is new. You've completed your first drive. Each drive completed unlocks an upgrade point to spend on upgrading your character. Access your character menu with R1. Oh, okay. So we have options here.
So obviously, the more you upgrade a certain skill, the more it's going to cost in upgrade points, but the better the return on investment will be. So you'll notice right now, your engage is currently a -1. However, you only have one perk as an engineer, so you may want to either get another perk and thus improving your dice rolls in other areas, or you may want to compensate for your weakness. It's up to you.
Ooh, what do you think, Tom Bomb?
So, one option is the photosynthetic skin, so you can become an EV robot and use the sun to make sure that your condition stays better without having to necessarily go to the doctor.
That seems really useful, actually, because the doctor takes up dice, right?
Yeah, so it's one option. You may also want to do interface, which will turn every action into a small percentage chance to get chits or money. Those are probably the two biggest advantages.
I see. Also, the upgrade points aren't working for me now for some reason. Why is that? It was working. Here we go. Here we go. So photosynthetic skin, you were saying. We'll do that. And we have 1 or 2 upgrade points, it says, or 3 points. I'm kind of confused. It says 1 upgrade point, 2 upgrade points, 3 points.
Yeah, so that's the cost to get to the next tier.
Oh, okay. And we have 0 now that we've spent this. So here we
Correct.
go. Hey, General Goose, how's it going? Drake, how's it going? Hope you're both doing well. Drake playing Jedi Survivor. Great Star Wars, kind of Souls-like game. Really fun game, either way. And Goose playing Fallout 4. Awesome open world RPG. Also similar dystopian capitalist, late stage capitalism vibes.
War never changes.
Right? Well, we're full energy, full food, so...
And we don't have any dice left for actions today.
Yeah, so I guess we should just go rest.
Yeah, so it's good in the first couple days of the game to really try to explore, at least within the first area that you have access to, because you want to make sure you meet all the possible characters that'll give you drives or quest lines.
That makes
So right now you're doing a
sense.
pretty good job.
All right. Let's go to the empty container and rest then, end the cycle.
Yeah, so now you see a sunbathe option. You can use a dice here going forward to try and improve your skin or your frame.
Okay. Let's just end the cycle, I guess. We're out of dice.
Yeah, so this is a little bit of a management style as well for a game. So what you'll notice is, because you have the clock counting down for someone who is hunting you, the more times you have a cycle with more dice, the better for you, because potentially you'll do more, right? If you let your frame and your hunger degrade, you'll get less dice to do things with, and then that means each cycle you're not really doing as much and kind of limiting your options.
That makes sense. And we rolled really well this time, right? Well, I say really well.
Oh, that's a super strong roll.
5, 6, 1, 5, 5, and we can take the 1 and use that in the data side, right? So why don't we do that
That's right.
first? We got a keynote 0831. It requires a 1 dice input. Let's do it.
Yeah, we're playing video games on a Friday afternoon for me. I mean, how is that not a good day?
Well, I feel like a really lucky mouse having you here today, Tom Bomb. I appreciate you.
I'm just tagged in for 60 washing dogs right now. This is her job, but I do a pretty good replacement option.
You're excellent, Tom Bomb. You're excellent. Okay, so we have a 5, 6, 5, and 5. I guess we need to keep on Dragos, right? We want to keep that clock ticking, right? So
Yeah, so you did actually pass the first clock that would have been very bad for Drago. So you have a new clock now that's much larger.
Okay.
So you're actually okay in that sense. So it might be somewhere else that we already have an existing quest that might need some more attention.
Okay. Let's see. The scrap freighter, offloading scrap. Probably this. What do you think?
Yeah, so this is a limited time event. You do have a chance. Wait.
Thank you for the 6 months, Naflair. How's it going? It's great to see you. You don't have to do that, friend, but really appreciate your support. How the heck are you, Naflair? Happy Friday. Hope you have a great weekend ahead of you. So this side costs cryo to buy some scrap, but we can also unload containers, which is danger. But we have a 6, so we can guarantee a positive on that.
Yeah, so I don't know if I would be paying with chits to get scrap right now, because you don't really have a use for scrap, but it's a chance to get some decent items that you can either use right away or might be quest related. But because you don't have anything like that right now, I would probably advise against it.
Okay.
You're looking you need money and progress.
We probably should just use the 6, right? On this, what do you think?
You know what? This is your first playthrough. Explore.
Sure. All right. It guarantees that. We could do.
Yeah, so this gave you energy.
Yeah, we're like nearly topped out on energy too.
That's a really good result, actually. Naflair has played this before, and it confused the hell out of them.
Oh yeah. So I've been told this is like a sci-fi Disco Elysium, and so far that is like generally leading up to my expectations. We could also do the danger roll here. Yo, OGD Cat God, welcome on in. You know, if this mouse is shouting out a cat, that this cat is definitely worth your follow. In fact, they're not just a cat, they're a cat god. Go check them out. There's either a second one coming out or will come out soon. I think it came out a few weeks ago.
Yeah, last month it came out.
Hell yeah. I guess we could do the same here. Try to get our yard hand clocked filled.
Yeah, so if you have a chance to guarantee positive rolls, that's always a good choice.
Well, we could guarantee the positive roll on the assist to shift builder one. 100%. And thank you for the 100 biddies. Oh my gosh. You don't have to do that, friend, but greatly appreciate it. It goes right back onto the channel. Appreciate the shout out. Of course. Appreciate you. You're a cat coming to hang out with this mouse. We always appreciate our feline friends. Alright, let's try this. 100% positive. And we got +5 cryo, +2 yard hand. So that moved the clock forward quite a bit on that one.
Nice, nice. Good hit, good hit.
Yeah, and now since we're out, we'll rest.
Yeah, so we got a 5-minute window before the next ad here, Vert. Depending on your timing, you might be able to sneak one more day in if you're quick, but I think the realistic here is we might be at that point where it's going to start thinking about where you're going to raid.
You know what? I trust you, Tom. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to snooze the ads. I was planning to go until about now or until about an hour from now, and this might be a good stopping point and get 60 some noms and make sure we're good for our next collab. We're going to be playing with Tom Bomb and Toby Wolf for Toby's 8-year anniversary tomorrow on Toby's channel. Are you going to be streaming too, Tom Bomb?
So I'm not streaming tomorrow because when people have big events like this, I try not to split viewers, right? We want to make sure everyone gets to go to the respective streamer with the event. So I won't be streaming tomorrow. I am streaming tonight as well, just like you will be.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. So you are streaming tonight. Excellent. Make sure to give you another good shout out before we raid out. We do need to find a raid target too. I'm not quite sure. I normally go a little bit longer, but actually, you know what? I see our friend Fairy Dooney is currently streaming It's on the Mouse, which is the game that I'm going to be streaming next month. She's in that game. It's really cool. So I think we'll head over there unless 60, this is your chance. 60, you mentioned you had a raid out redeem possibly, right? So if you want to jump in and redirect me, please do. Otherwise, we're going to head over to Fairy Dooney. And I'm not entirely sure we'll be continuing this game on this channel, but I can tell you for sure you'll see more of this, if not on my channel, then on 60s. This is a great game. Tom Bomb, you did a great job suggesting this. I love this. I actually like that it's a little bit more linear, and I think 60 will appreciate that too. Disco Elysium's a little... it's a great game, but it's a little intimidating, right? Because they kind of just drop you in this like massive world to explore, whereas Citizen Sleeper kind of puts things a little bit more on rails while still giving you a lot of options. So really liking it.
Yeah, I think the one big difference here, Vert, that you're noticing is that there's none of this exploring the map in the sense that you have to walk everywhere, spending time going from location to location, getting raided.
Oh yes, by King Red Dragon TV. Oh my gosh, everybody! If you're not following King Red Dragon TV, you should fix that. They are awesome. They were just playing Roblox. Jared, thank you for the Steppy redeem. Oh my goodness, we were just about to raid out, but before we do that, we got to give some proper shouties here. Y'all should go follow King Red Dragon TTV, and also give Elfie Bunny Girl TTV a follow while you're at it too. Playing Silent Hill 2, amazing game. We streamed that one fairly recently. Doing good. How was your stream? How was Roblox today? Oh my gosh, thank you for bringing your people over here. We were actually just about to wrap up, but that's okay. I'm going to snooze the ads again to make sure we give a proper shouty and proper hype to you incredible content creators here. Oh my goodness. I hope you had a great time. It was funny. Hell yeah. I'll have to check the VOD. And again, everybody here, if you're not following King Red Dragon TTV, go fix that. And also go follow Elfie Bunny Girl while you're at that too. Amazing vibes, amazing times. Hey, Rosie Naka 1, welcome on in. Let me give you a shouty too. You are not late for the raid. You were here just in time. So we were playing Citizen Sleeper. I'm here with my awesome friend Tom Bomb, and thank you for the follow, Rosie Naka 1. So normally I'm streaming with my big bad beautiful wolf wife, but we'll be live a little bit later on her channel here in about 2 hours with some Phasmophobia with friends. But today's stream, on the Mouse channel has been all about Citizen Sleeper, which was a big recommend and a 100,000 channel point redeem from our awesome friend TomBomb89, who also streams and is here in the call with us.
Absolutely. Got to spend that cheddar. Got to save up them points here when you're here in Virtue's channel. Whether you're doing redeems just like that cookie or you're saving up for the big bad one, you know, you're always going to get good value.
Thank you for the cookie, Elfie Buddy Girl, and thank you, Tom Bomb. You are 100% right. If you want to save up your channel points, I'll play just about any game you would want me to play. But today, we are going to head over to a fellow Sci-Tuber's channel. You caught us right at the end of stream. If you do need to do the post-stream care, please feel free. We're going to take you over to another awesome party animal channel. Their name is Fairy Dooney. They are a fellow Sci-Tuber, and they're playing a mouse themed game that they're also in, but it's called It's on the Mouse, so of course we got to raid over there. And of course we're having a great day. Hope you are too. Oh my goodness, y'all are amazing. Really appreciate you. As JT said, the other shrinking fairy. Yeah, well, Fairy Dooney can grow too. She's just like an all-around size magician. And yes, thank you everyone from the chatters to the lurkers. You are all wonderful. Thank you, Tom Bomb. Well said. I couldn't say it better myself. Again, everybody here, if you're not following Tom Bomb, I don't know if it'll let me do another good shouty. Yeah, it won't, unfortunately. But go give Tom Bomb a follow. We'll be hanging out with Tom Bomb on Toby's channel tomorrow for Town of Salem and I think other shenanigans too, right, Tom Bomb?
Yeah, so he's doing Town of Salem 2 tomorrow, and then he might do some other content after that once the matchmaking and the killing is over. And then I believe next week he's doing an actual big giveaway stream in support of his 8 years on Twitch.
Yeah, 8 years. Wow. I can't even imagine. I can't even count that high. I'm just a little mouse. But anyways, we're going to take off here, head over to Fairy Dooney. Thank you all so much for your support. I hope you're all having a happy Friday and wonderful weekend ahead of you. And again, go follow Tom Bomb if you're not already. And if you're not already following my wonderful wife too, she's going to be live here in a little bit. She's going to be playing some Phasmophobia, and I'll be there with her along with the incredible The Occult Nako and Brood Evie. We're going to be busting some ghosts and Phasmophobia. And yeah, I'll be live again on this channel tomorrow night with Tales of Vesperia with my wonderful Big Bad Beautiful Wolf wife. She'll be playing as Rapide, the wolf character in that action JRPG. And I'll also, like I said, be there for Toby Wolf's 8-year or start of his 8-year anniversary shenanigans. And JT, never put the key to your happiness in someone else's pocket. That's a good message for everyone to take away. You all deserve to be happy. You really do. You deserve to be happy. Don't let anyone take that away from you.
Dang, that's a deep one.
It is. It really is. And I'm with JT. My happiness is about being pocket-sized. So I'm going to go do that after this stream, between streams, I should say. And yeah, see you all around. If you can stick around for the raid, it's much appreciated. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.